All right, everybody, welcome out to the Log Room Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, September the 9th, 2025. Jersey Johnny coming at you with me. Usually sitting there would be Mr. Beer Samurai, but there he is. There he is. He's with us. He just had to go pour his beer from a special fridge. How is that beer from the special fridge there, Samurai? How is that beer there? Oh, you're muted. There we go.
Yeah, you have to unmute me if you want to.
I did unmute you. I guess it didn't take. I clicked it.
That's because I wasn't there.
Oh, that's great. It saw you weren't there and it kept you muted. There you go.
That's the quickest the opening has ever run.
It pretty much is, isn't it?
Well, because I had this whole thing that we're going to come on and all you're going to see was this.
Well, you said to start the show while you poured your beer.
I did, but I didn't think it was going to take that long. Because it's National Teddy Bear.
All right, here we go. Let's start it again. Ready? Hold on.
No.
We're not going to start it. Watch. Ready? All right, everybody. Welcome out to the Log Room Guys Show. Here is Mr. Teddy Bear. There he is.
It is National Teddy Bear Day. This is Fry.
That is Fry.
I have had Fry.
Happy National Teddy Bear Day for those who celebrate.
Jesus Christ. I've had Fry. He was a high school graduation gift from my grandmother.
Okay.
I've had.
That was 70. How long ago?
85.
85 years ago. All right.
Yes, 85 years ago. And so he's looking pretty damn good for 40 years old.
That's pretty damn good. Look at that.
Right. He tell you how long ago it was. He used to ride around the passenger seat of my Camaro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And who got more girls? 100%.
This guy right here. He was actually named after my cowboy boots.
For those
because he was the same color as my cowboy boots.
There you go. For those of you listening to the audio podcast, Dave was pointing at the bear.
Oh yeah. The bear what?
He wasn't pointing at himself saying this guy. He was
the bear what? At any rate. So it's National Teddy Bear Day. So I wanted to introduce Fry to everybody. Yeah, I think he's been on the show once.
I believe he has.
Yes.
So happy
when
National Teddy Bear Day.
When I was still in Rhode Island, I think he was on the show.
I believe you're right. In fact, we may have this. No, it would have been two because we're coming up on the anniversary. We haven't hit the anniversary.
Yeah, we haven't hit it yet.
So
close to 5 years.
Close to 5 years. We're about to embark on our 6th year of this show.
Wow.
And they said it wouldn't last.
No, we said it wouldn't.
No, we said it wouldn't last.
People are like, "You're gonna stop."
This is show.
Actually, that's not how they phrase it. Like, "You're going to stop."
You're going to stop. Right.
And we just continued on despite everybody,
despite all our better judgment.
Our better judgment.
Yeah, exactly.
And our failing livers.
It is also International Sudoku Day.
It is Sudoku, so I was also torn. I was going to have like a puzzle book in front of me and doing that, but I thought the teddy bear was a better.
I don't know if you've seen them. There's just like all these Sudoku games or whatever, and they'll pop up like if you're scrolling, like you're doom scrolling through reels or whatever.
Yeah,
one will pop up. Try this incredibly difficult Sudoku, and it's like 9 boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Free. I'm like, I had it done in like 30 seconds just looking at it. Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, incredibly difficult. Yeah, let me click because I can do this easy, right? And then all of a sudden you're buying a timeshare in the Poconos. Yeah.
Oh, so when do we go?
Damn it!
Left a bottle in there, but that's fine. Anyway, yeah, no. And then there's this Super Sudoku now.
Super Sudoku, yeah.
Sudoku.
Super. Well, yeah, super kind of threw me. Super Sudoku. There you go.
Super Sudoku, and where not only does every row and every column have to, can't have a repeat, and each of the 9 boxes can't have a repeat. Right. The diagonals can't have a repeat.
Oh either. Wow! Just the 1X.
Yep. And that, well, yeah, both X's really, if you think about it, because it was rows and columns, so those can't have matching.
Yeah, you can do it.
So yeah, the plus sign and the multiple sign. But the thing with the ones with the multiple sign, the harder ones, you can't solve unless you realize that X, the cross, the diagonals can't have.
It's best to do as much of the X as you can first, and that's going to be able to.
Well, you know how those things work. You do what you can do, and then you got to like double check everything, and that's just one more thing to check is that is those diagonals. So
Gotcha.
it's a little difficult. I like Sudokus. I do them a lot. My favorite are these things called anacrostics. Those are my favorite.
Gotcha.
Absolutely love anacrostics.
My favorite is well, any of them actually, because I never get to play them all that often. So anytime I, have 10 people and I mess around with one of those, doesn't even matter what it is.
Your audio keeps cutting out.
Does it? Am I all right now? If I sit right here,
Yeah.
is it cutting out at all, in and out at all?
No.
It's good now.
I guess when you just
So it's going like this and blah 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 blah. All right.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, maybe it is.
You be bopping around, rocking Robin.
Be bopping around, yeah.
So usually, if I go on a flight,
I'm not in the treetop.
No, well, you're at the top floor of the house.
True. Near the treetop.
Yeah, the treetop.
Hmm.
No, I usually I'll usually buy a puzzle book if I'm going on a flight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, especially if there's no Wi-Fi. What are you gonna? You can watch the movie, but then after a while, it's like I've seen all these movies, but I don't want to watch that.
I bring a book. If it's a long flight, I bring a book, a magazine, my wireless headphones, an iPad with a movie loaded in it, so I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi or a movie or two, and then I'm good. I'm set. I can go back and forth.
My tablet has the book loaded into it, and it's rare that I actually pull it out and read. I'm usually doing puzzles in the puzzle book the whole time.
There you go.
Sometimes I can find a movie to watch.
That's right.
Like the flight out. The flight out to Amsterdam. Watch the Thunderbirds.
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool. It's
there you go.
Fun movie.
Fun movie. And to wrap up the days, it is also National Wiener Schnitzel Day.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah,
it's not the euphemism either. We're talking about the Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, talking about the Wiener Schnitzel. Yes. No, it's I don't have Wiener Schnitzel anywhere near as often as I have Sauerbraten. Or brats or brats or knockwurst or Weisswurst.
See, I'll Sauerbraten when I need to clean.
Sauerwurst.
Yeah, but I usually don't get Wiener Schnitzel. I'll get pork schnitzel.
Okay. Pork schnitzel's good. I like the veal's good. I like Wiener Schnitzel. That's good.
I feel like pork schnitzel is in German. Shit, just forgot pork. Hanschen is chicken, so Hanschen Schnitzel is chicken schnitzel, which that's a chicken cutlet. Sorry, and sorry, Germans. The Italians actually do that better. But
hey, I'm both, so I'm good.
Just say, but Germans, you got it all over them for beer.
Yep. That is for sure. All right. Speaking of beer, I'm thirsty, and in case you haven't figured it out, today is a scheduled, mind you, scheduled, just the two of us show. All right, and it's
because John's still got some. He's got some loose ends from his Portland trip.
I do, and Dave's trip to BeNeLux and my trip to Maine and Boston. Yep. So we'll be discussing ad nauseum Dave's trip because it's much more interesting.
There's a lot of it, lot to talk about.
And a few points of mine from this trip. Maybe something a little bit new that I haven't mentioned before on the show.
Can we drink something?
We can drink something. So why don't you pour your first? I'll get my first.
Mine's poured already.
Yours is poured. That's right. You poured it during the beginning.
I left the bottle out there for Carrie. As John knows, I came back with a new glass.
Yes, you did.
And she's got the mini version of this. So she's got the remainder of the bottle and her cute little mini version of this Aqua glass. This is Aqua Galant. This is a Kelsa Klus. This, and it's funny because John put up where they're from. Holland, Aqua, Belgium. They're so close to the Dutch border that half of the cemetery is in the Netherlands. The other half's in Belgium.
That's funny.
That's how close they are to the border. But this is a Grand Cru. This is a Grand Cru brewed with heather, which I think is interesting because usually monasteries typically don't allow women. So
exactly, but
that's very open-minded to them.
Heather is a good brewer. She really is.
Yeah. So that's what they got. Well, if you remember, I guess it's not the monks making it anymore. So Aqua was one of the Trappist brands.
Right.
But I guess they ran out of monks brewing it, or they decided not to brew anymore. And so, they've got, laity, it's non-clergy, doing the brewing now.
Good.
And it looks like, I mean, if you've seen Ockel's bottles prior, there was just that brown label with the word Ockel across it, and they really only had like one offering.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you said Ockel, you know which beer they were talking about.
They were talking about one.
It was the blonde.
Yeah. Anytime I bought Ockel, it was just there was one.
And I hear Heather's a blonde, so
Heather is a blonde. So yeah.
So the Ockel now, they've got red, they've got I think a hop version, they've got a bunch of different versions, and then they have the Grand Cru, the Gallant. And this is my first time tasting it, so I should probably get a picture before. And it's funny because where I was while John was starting the show was pouring this. And what I think is just fantastic about it is if you look, it's still got this beautiful creamy head on it.
Yep.
That gives you an idea of the quality of the beer brewed over there.
Mm-hmm.
And John and I were talking about this glass because we talk about how Trappist ales, they all drink them out of chalices. Mm-hmm. Well, the chalice is not the best glassware to drink a beer out of.
No,
it doesn't really do anything for it, but they do it because it looks like they think it looks like the Holy Grail. But what Ockel's done, what it didn't do, is they've still got the chalice, but if you notice, it tapers in. So it does a little bit of a job of concentrating stuff towards your nose. So it's a little better, but it's still a pretty glass, I think.
Very nice. Can I smell it? Can I smell it? Oh, that's beautiful.
You got a little foam on your nose.
I got. Oh, there we go. Got it. You get it all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's
lovely.
That's lovely.
Lovely.
And that is good.
Gotcha.
What are you drinking?
I pour a little bit more in here, as I can't fill it all the way up. Using proper glass.
It's like you were doing the entry from Stripes. I Glacier. Is that your name? Pour more in the Glacier.
I state your name. State your name. I'm drinking a Clementine Kolsch from Allagash.
I hear she's a good brewer too.
Clementine is a very good brewer. Not as good as Heather.
Right, but
she doesn't have as many hours on the brew deck as Heather.
And I hear she's a strawberry blonde.
And that's a euphemism. She doesn't have as many hours on the brew deck as Heather. So take from that what you will. Kidding. Anyway, just kidding. Now Clementine Kolsch, 4.2%, and while it's not proper glassware, it's not a Stanga. All right, it is proper glassware
because it's an Allagash.
Because it's an Allagash glass. How often do I actually these days get to pour a beer from a brewery in a glass from that same brewery? So
it's quite rare.
There you go. So
you're not John Starodumsky.
Mm-mm. That is lovely. That is very pleasant. That is very lovely.
Have we gone and checked to see if we're actually streaming on Facebook?
Oh, you know what?
We should probably do that because we had an issue with that last week where we were not on Facebook.
You're not. You're right.
We're not, are we? Let's see. It says it's updated, but I don't think it's streaming.
There it is. Now it is.
Is it now?
Yep. For some reason, it's just not sending it to Facebook right from when we started. I should have. Next week, we're going to have to make sure that we check this right from the beginning of the stream because this is ridiculous. Now this is 2 weeks in a row. There you go. Anybody?
At least it only took us 14 minutes.
14 minutes, folks. Anybody paying attention on Facebook? Anybody watching us on Facebook tonight? We apologize for what we caught it 14 minutes into the stream instead of what was it last week? An hour.
It was a good hour and a half.
A good hour and a half. So, we apologize for that. I think we're going to be looking for a different delivery service.
Yeah, I think
we
may need to.
There are a lot of shortcomings with this less expensive method, if you will.
This is a exercise, and you get what you pay for.
100%. So, Never had a problem before with what we used before, but then again, we didn't
They
want to pay
jacked their
through the
price.
nose.
They jacked their prices.
When we talk about jack their prices up, we're talking about a lift that goes up about 30 stories. Jack their prices.
Yeah, it was about a what, a 1,200% increase.
Just about like from when we first started till where they got to is about a 1,200% increase.
Yeah, something like that.
So ridiculous, but in any
I'm
event,
just making numbers up. I'm not doing math.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because now we are streaming on Facebook. I don't know why it does that. We've been on YouTube since the beginning of time.
Yep.
We've been on YouTube since the beginning of the show.
It just never shuts down.
It never shuts down.
Oh my God, the things this camera has seen.
We are. Hold on. Just making sure too. Did you see? Yes, we are live on Facebook right now.
Did I mention this is really, really good?
You did. Did I mention this is really, really good? And for those of you just joining us on Facebook, for those of you just joining us on Facebook, Dave is drinking this beer. Let's put it back up, and he can mention it again.
Yes, and I'll show the glass again because I think it's worth you seeing the glass and the head retention this beer has.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, this is one of the bottles that made it back in my luggage.
There you go. Some of them didn't make it back in his luggage.
No. The bottle. I have never had a bottle or a can open up in my luggage, and I've only ever had 2 fatalities in glassware. This trip was one of them, and when we get into it, I'll talk about it and let you know what that one is. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a shame. Yeah. But of all the glasses I brought back, if I was to sacrifice one of them, that
would have been the one.
Yeah.
So anyway, is drinking was it a Gallant from
Gallant Special?
Gallant Special from Acre,
which is a Grand Cru brewed. From the back of the bottle, it seems like there's corn in this because I don't know the Dutch or the French well enough, but I'm pretty certain that maiz means corn. When reading the ingredients, this is definitely hopped. You can definitely get the hops, but it's also brewed with heather. We made our obligatory Heather's a great brewer jokes.
There you go. So those of you watching on YouTube or listening to the audio podcast, we apologize for
you missed some comedic gold back there.
Yeah,
I was on point.
Spot on.
Yeah, it's amazing. So it's a shame you missed all that. But so that's what I'm drinking. And that came from my trip. John's drinking something he brought back from his trip, and he brought me a can of that. And that's sitting over there.
This is fantastic. Enjoy it when you get to it. It's fantastic. Yep. Allagash, Clementine Kolsch. It is a nice, clean, really crisp, very crushable Kolsch with the right amount of Clementine in it.
Okay, crushable Kolsch is redundant.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Well, have you or have you not had some Kolsch?
You're right. And I was just thinking the same thing. There are some American brewed Kolsches where they've overhopped the fuck out of the damn thing, and it's no longer Kolsch. You should not be allowed to call it a Kolsch if you can really, really, really taste the hops.
Well, Kenya, I mean, with all of the details and everything else, and I don't even mean as far as American TTB or anything like that. I'm talking about the, just for not even traditional, but if it's not brewed in Cologne.
It's not a Kolsch.
It's not a Kolsch. It's Kolsch style.
It's Kolsch style. Yes.
It's not a Kolsch. Right. So it's like if there's not, if it's not made in the Champagne region of France, it's not Champagne.
And it's funny because
except for one winery in New Jersey, I believe.
Yeah, it still shouldn't be. And it's funny because the California wineries for the longest time basically went, fuck them, and they called their sparkling wine Champagne for the longest time. Mm-hmm. And finally, when they realized, we're making some pretty good stuff here. We want to be taken seriously. Let's fall in step. And it's just like collectively all of the wineries in California. I don't think it was a legal action. I think they just finally decided, let's stop being dicks. Respect the product because we want our product respected. Respect gets respect.
Right.
And so now they actually call their stuff sparkling wine. Now they don't call it champagne. Mm-hmm. No, they never called it champagne. They always call it champagne. Mm-hmm. So, at any rate,
yes,
this is not a wine. This is not a wine show.
This is not a wine show, nor a etymology show.
No, sometimes we drop into etymology.
We've gotten in the weeds of that. That's for sure.
Yes, this is true.
Anyway,
did you know where that phrase came from? Never mind.
You know where the word etymology came from?
Where does the word etymology come?
What's the etymology of etymology?
Not entomology, you insect freaks.
Yeah, exactly. It's a completely different thing.
That's a yeah.
There you go. So, all right. So, give us some highlights from Belgium, please.
Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Drink, 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 drink.
He drank a lot of beer, ate a lot of food, and then he drank a lot more beer.
A lot more beer. So those are the highlights. Christ, there's I can't think of one highlight. I think I told you there was some things that really stood out. I categorized it into three things: things that met or exceeded expectations, things that did not live up to expectations, and things that were just unplanned surprises.
Okay.
Like our first night there. So we flew into Amsterdam. Got a car at the Hertz counter. Later, the Hertz counter was so sweet. But we got this tiny little Toyota thingy, 5-speed, and this thing had the hardest thing getting up hills. I think it's the second worst rental I ever had. But we drove to Brussels, parked the car, checked into the hotel, and then we went to dinner. We went to this place called Noot-Niggenau.
Okay.
Noot-Niggenau it's about a couple blocks from Mannequin-Piece. Just north of it, going towards the Grand Place, the center of town, and it's like right on the edge of the LGBTQ section, if not in it. And so it was very much that's very much embraced in this restaurant. It was really, really cool to see. Carrie and I may have been the only straight couple in the restaurant, because we weren't really too sure about the two guys next to us. They were history professors.
I thought you were going to say, but we weren't really sure
about ourselves. No, the two guys there. So we got to a conversation with these guys, history teachers. They were professors, history teachers, and they were actually out from somewhere near Aachen.
They were out from somewhere now. All right. There's a lot you can do with this conversation.
Oh, we can get back into those weeds again.
There you go.
But and it was funny because it's one of those things where you're sitting there and it's a restaurant. Now, if it's a bar and someone looks at your beer or they look at you into that, you start the conversation.
Right.
But at a restaurant, I'm not as confident in doing that in a restaurant. But I'm trying to figure out what the guy's drinking because I'd never seen that label before. And then I noticed that every now and then I look up and he's like looking at me, and then I look away. It wasn't flirty or anything. It just made it sound so flirty. But eventually got to the point where he broke the ice. He goes, well, you're from America. Yeah, don't hold that against us. We talked a little bit about America, the state of things here, but then we started. I said, what are you drinking? So he turned us on to a brewery called Von Meester.
Von Meester.
And most of their beers have the word master in it. And John, I don't know if you saw me taunting you on Untapped.
Oh, I.
You saw that one with the maple vanilla stout aged in Heaven Hill barrels.
Yeah, I saw it. My phone has a permanent impression of my finger in it.
This thing was, because what they did is they were giving us advice of places to go, and Carrie's taking as much down into notes as she possibly can. More often than not, he's just holding his phone up, and she's like taking a picture of his phone as to places for us to go. Because I told him we we're going to go to this one place. I can't remember the name of it, but it's right across from Mannequin-Piece. It's got like these bicycles mounted on the outside of the wall.
Okay.
And so when you go in and you look at the menu, there's two things that struck me. One was that there was nothing on this menu that I couldn't get back home.
Right.
And two, they're right across from Mannequin-Piece, and the prices were reflecting it.
Gotcha.
One of the most famous landmarks in the whole damn city. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not paying 10 euros for a glass of Palm.
Right.
I don't pay even close to that at home, and beer prices are cheaper in Europe.
And you don't drink Palm at home either.
And I don't drink Palm anyway, but it was ridiculous. So we actually walked out, and they didn't pull the face when I said we were going there, but they didn't say anything too much about it. So they sent us to someplace else. I can't remember the name of it. It's in French. Something about gold flowers and paper. It was a local bar. And so you walk in, and it's like this teeny tiny bar. The bar's on the right, and there's some tables there. It's an old thing, but then you walk up and out the back, and there's like 5 rooms back there. And,
Anyway, continue.
no, there was no massage tables. Or anything like
You never know. I just was asking.
But it was really
Kinda.
that was pretty cool. But the bathrooms were downstairs, and there's this tight spiral staircase to get down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the first place that the Lager Room guys decal was put.
Yes, it was
in this bar, very first place.
I remember that.
What's really cool is that spiral staircase tacked to the center and winding around is a rope.
A rope.
So you can help pull yourself up the stairs or steady yourself on the way down, because I guess they realized you could. This is one thing I definitely noticed about Belgium. It didn't strike me until we got back.
Hold that thought. You know, it'd be really funny to do for people that were drunk and going down in the bed. Grease
the rope.
No. Wrap the rope the opposite way around the pole.
It's gonna do this.
No, it won't.
No.
Oh, well.
That'd be crazy. That'd be mean.
Exactly.
I like how you think. But no, we talk about it all the time, how the drinking culture in the United States is so different than Europe, right? Where we go to places here in the United States just to drink. Mm-hmm. Whereas, you go to Germany, you go to Italy, you're eating, you're drinking. You go to England, you're eating, you're drinking. Yeah, not Belgium. Yeah. They're there to drink.
They're there to drink.
They're very much like us when it comes to that. A lot of the beer bars we went to, do they offer food? Sure. Is anybody ordering the food? No. Nope. They're just sitting there and they're just drinking beer after beer after beer, and felt right at home. It was wonderful. So that bar was pretty cool. But so that was really neat. The next day is when we went to Aachen.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, going there, pulling up, parking in it's like a gravel, like you got the road, mm-hmm. and the monastery wall is like almost a little bit more than a car's length away from the road.
Okay.
And that car's length is like a gravel parking area.
Right.
And then you walk through the arch to go in, and they got signs of where to go. Because as soon as you come in, right on the left is the gift shop and bottle shop.
Right.
But you walk back. If you go to the right, you're going to go to where you can see the church and everything, and walk into the cloister. It's really, really nice there. But you go to the left, and it takes you to the restaurant. And so we had bitterballen. Have you ever heard of those?
Mm-hmm.
Bitterballen are interesting because it's like this meaty or fishy or cheesy goo.
I've never had meaty goo. I've had plenty of cheesy goo.
And then rolled into a ball and then deep fried, breaded and deep fried. So it looks really, really good. And you take one bite and you're like, that's not what I was expecting. I'd never wrapped my head around the texture of these things.
Gotcha.
But just sitting there, having having a well, now it's not Trappistille anymore, so it would be an Abbey Ale. And just sitting there in their courtyard drinking, it was just a very, very calming thing. As one or two times that's one of the 2 times that happened on the trip. But Aachen, I definitely recommend
Aachen. Next time I'm there, fingers crossed. I guess
it's got to.
I will be there.
You've got to get a car. You have to drive to it. There's no public transportation. Would probably take you a day and a half to get there. So you'd have to get a car to get out there. We're on our way up to Hogenbosch for the Bosch Museum, which was one of my disappointments because everything there was reproductions, and he's one of my favorite artists. But it's still really cool. But the next day was mostly geocaching. We did get to a brewery in Luxembourg called Big Beer Company, and it was okay. I can't remember the name of the actual brewery that makes this stuff, but they own this like whole village of restaurants. And the one we were in was German themed, and apparently all of these get very, very wild at night. Apparently this is a big party area of the town. So then, but what we did after that is we went to, oh, I gotta grab it, it's sitting over here. We went to Bastogne.
Okay.
And in Bastogne was a village, it still is a village in Belgium. But during World War II, the 101st Airborne defended this town. I believe, I got to rewatch Band of Brothers because that was the 101st, wasn't it?
Yes.
So this town probably features in that. But there's a story from it where one of the soldiers was looking for his friend, found out that he was injured, and they were using the church as a hospital. He goes to the church, and the friend's there. He's got a leg injury. He wants a beer. So the guy goes, starts searching. Wants a drink. That's what he wants. He wants a drink. Mm-hmm. So the guy goes searching around the town. He's like, where am I going to find a drink? The whole town's shelled, bombed out. Mm-hmm. So he starts going through the rubble of this one restaurant, and at the back, the bar seems pretty intact. He pulls the tap handle, and beer starts coming out.
Nice.
But all the glasses are destroyed. So he uses his helmet. He fills the helmet, runs it back to the church. Now, all the wounded guys want the beer. When they're done, they're like, you got to go back and get more. So he goes back and gets more. But one of the officers, who happens to be a doctor, makes him actually put the helmet on. It's freezing outside. It's the middle of winter in Belgium. So he's got beer in the helmet. At any rate. But how does that relate to beer? Well, other than the beer in the helmet, in Bastogne, there's a brewery there that makes a beer called Airborne. And they serve it in a cup. This cup, which looks like a helmet.
Oh, nice.
So in honor of that.
Very nice.
Now, we didn't have reservations for the restaurant. We didn't know we needed them. So, but I was able to buy this and a bottle of the beer. Had the beer in our hotel. It was actually pretty good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Nice. So, but that was cool. But since we didn't have reservations, the cool thing was about that.
What?
We went up to Achouf.
Nice.
And we had dinner and beer at the Taverne de Brasserie d'Achouf.
Did you have Le Chouf?
Or
Houblon or Mick?
They don't call it Houblon there.
No?
No, it's called Chouf IPA.
Really?
Yes, I shit you not. They call it Chouf IPA.
So we adopted their name and they adopted ours.
It's funny. Well, I can understand why I couldn't understand why they do it this way, because in this country, for people like Belgian beers, they're looking for that Belgian panache, right. Whereas, over there, a lot of the beer nerds, I mean, there's, when you're in Belgium, how do you compete? Well, the beer nerds are starting to turn towards IPAs. So by calling it IPA, because most people probably don't realize that Houblon means hops, they get that crowd. So it's Chouf IPA in the brewery. No, actually what I had La Chouf and I had Mick Chouf.
Mick Chouf's good. Did they have any others? Did they have Cherry Chouf?
Not only did they have Cherry Chouf, my dinner was baby back ribs in a barbecue sauce made with cherry chouf. Nice. Oh, it was fantastic. And Carrie had the moule frite.
Nice.
She said the best mussels she's ever had. When she gave one to me. So you know how our mussels always have that black streak in them? Mm-hmm. The mussels there, perfectly white.
Really?
No, nothing at all dark, and it's just perfectly white. Oh my God, they were delicious.
Very nice.
Well, you're opening your second.
I'm opening my second, and I fucked up.
What'd you fuck up?
Well, I grabbed what I thought was my second beer out of the glass, and I actually
out of
the cooler, and I actually grabbed my third beer.
Okay.
But I had already opened it as I opened it. I'm like, oh shit! So no, I got to drink my double IPA before I drink my fruited IPA. So
that's okay, because I'm actually, I don't know if you realize
you're going down for your last one.
I'm going in reverse ABV order here. This is the most. It was the most.
That's right. ABV? Well, I was going to go. Portland Boston, but now I'm going Portland, Boston, Portland. So
There's not a damn thing wrong with that.
by the way, there was in one group that you and I are both in, there was some chatter in it, and just to come to find out that Manaea is getting shelled in the second inning against the Phillies. He gave up back-to-back.
Oh, is that what you were looking at?
Yeah, 4-0 already.
Yeah,
it could be more at this point.
If you want to have a good show, stop looking at your stuff.
I already did,
because they're just going to piss you off.
I already did.
This is why you opened the double APA before you're fruited.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So, before we move on, we do have a comment. So
we do have a comment.
So we definitely are up on Facebook.
Yes, we are. And there it is. Chuck Aaron. Chuck, thanks for watching. Congratulations on 245 shows. Yes.
245.
Thank you.
We'll be really close to our 5-year when we hit our 250th.
Yeah. No, we'll hit the 5-year anniversary.
Before
I think the 5-year anniversary is on show 247 or 248. So
yeah. I think it's in 3 weeks, isn't it?
Two. Yeah, it's actually 2 weeks. It's the show.
It's the pumpkin show.
It's the pumpkin show. Mm-hmm. Well, it just means that John Starodumsky is on for our 250, 200, or not our 250, our 5-year anniversary show.
That makes up for everything.
There you go.
So I'm gonna put this back before I knock it over.
Yeah, you want to put that away. Okay.
It'll be really hard for me to replace that.
So what's your did you pour your second beer yet?
No, I'm still
working on my first.
Well, I'm doing all the damn talking, so
that's true. So I will turn this comment off, and I'll put up some my third beer. But
what is your third beer?
It's become my second. It's become my second beer. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite IPAs from one of my favorite breweries in New England, which happens to be located in Everett, Massachusetts, and that is 87. 87 hazy double IPA from Night Shift Brewing.
Sophomore year of college.
There you go, 87. And you know what 87 is?
It's a number.
Very good.
It's divisible.
Very good.
It's divisible by 3.
It's not divisible by 3.
Actually, it's very divisible.
Actually, it is divisible by 3. Yeah, you're right.
It's actually let's see.
20.
It's 3 to the 4th power, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 29.
Oh shit, we're doing math.
It's 29 times 3 is 87. Yeah.
I was thinking 27 times 3. See, I didn't do math. I fucked it up.
27 times 3 is 81.
Yeah, fucked it up.
There you go. So anyway, 87 is their address.
Is it?
Yes, and it's 87 Santilli Highway, and they also make a beer called Santilli. So there you go.
Do they?
If you put 87, now they need to make a beer called Highway, so they can put 87 Santilli Highway and spell out their address.
And then they need to make a beer called Across from the Peanut Butter Place.
Across from the Peanut Butter Place. And what's the peanut butter place called?
I can't remember.
Oh yes, you can.
You were just there.
Hold on, you can, but you still remember it, right?
Because I know I sent you a picture of it once.
Hold on.
Is it Teddy Bear Peanut Butter?
It's Teddy.
It's Teddy. Because I remember when Carrie and I had gone there, I didn't send John a picture of the brewery. I didn't send a picture of the beer. I sent him a picture of the peanut butter.
By the way, this is in proper glassware too.
That's 2 in a row.
Ruh-roh.
I'm doing 2 out of 3 today. I could have done 3 out of 3 if it wouldn't been for that loss.
Oh, I love this beer. This is so good.
So speaking of that loss, day 3.
Day 3.
Mm-hmm. We drive into Watu.
Okay.
And not Wadu. Not
Wadu. You didn't drive into Wadu?
No, not the little thing that it was Starodumsky uses for it. No, or is it? I can't remember if Doug or John uses. Or the Watto little figurine.
John.
John. Yeah, John uses the Watto.
He flies around by the wings on his back.
Yeah, he owned Annie. Annie. And he had a deep Italian accent, didn't he?
Yeah, he had like some Italian accent. That was great.
Hilarious. But no, Watu is where St. Bernardus is.
Yes, it is.
And we went there for lunch. Mm-hmm. And John, if you got a choice, and I don't think I have to tell you this, you got a choice between St. Bernardus and Ackle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, St. Bernardus.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have to. I like said, I have to stay with. I don't have to tell you this.
I want to go to Ackle because I want to see it. If I get there, I'm going there, right? But I've had both. Mm-hmm. I'm going to St. If I can only go to one, I'm going to St. Bernardus.
That's exactly what I said. Mm-hmm. And I said, I know I don't have to tell you this. You get there. It's a little. At first, you got to try to figure out because you walk in. The gift shop's to the right. and the elevator's to the left, and then finally you see the sign, rooftop this way. It's a 360 rooftop
Nice.
restaurant. You take the elevator up, you get greeted, and then they'll seat you. Even if you got a reservation, they seat you where they want to sit you. So we weren't we weren't anywhere near the edge, but you can get up and walk around wherever you want up there. So I've got pictures, and this is in West Flanders,
New Jersey.
No. God,
that's really close. Shit.
It would actually suck if it was, because the beer probably wouldn't be as good.
Well, no, I mean, if it was them, then it would be good.
Well, actually, Flanders is it's kind of pretty.
There's good water. I mean, why wouldn't it be good?
Maybe. But the thing about it is, you've heard there's the poem in Flanders Field that's usually quoted on Memorial's Day when they're handing out poppies and all that. And West Flanders is where most of the fighting during World War I was done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where Watu is. It's in that area. So when you drive through, there's signs like British graveyard this way, British graveyard this way, British. And as you see how many signs of British graveyards there are, you understand how many British soldiers died there. There's French graveyards as well. There's Belgian graveyards. There's an American monument we went to, but for the most part, it was mostly the Brits fighting World War I in that area, as well as the locals.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it's a very different area. It's very flat. There's a lot of farms. But what struck me is there's a lot of hop farms. And Watu has two breweries.
St. Bernardus.
Yep.
And
one called Leon.
Is it owned by a guy named Leon?
No, it's owned by Heather.
Oh, that's weird. So this was a collab that you had.
Yes. This is
all right. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
And when you're on the rooftop,
mm-hmm.
and the other thing is, because it's mostly flat there, is you look across the horizon. It's like you can always pick out where there's a little town, because you can always see the belfry of the church,
right?
Because they all have these big churches. But right next to the brewery, there's this hop field you're looking over. So I've got a picture of my St. Bernardus ABT 12 glass. I'm holding it up over the edge, and over all the beautiful scenery. But the food was really good too. It was a really great experience. Go there for lunch, have some beers, and then go look at some of the World War I history in the area. It's really something else. Now, what I had done.
Hold
on. What?
This is the picture he's talking about.
Oh yes, those are the hop fields. That's one right there. That was the middle finger evoking picture I sent John.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh no, that was one of the middle fingers.
One of the many middle finger evoking pictures. So we now I did in the gift shop. I got a gift pack, and it was 4 bottles, and it's called One Town, Two Breweries. So there was two St. Bernardus in it. My next beer is one of those beers, and 2 Leons in it. I'm not going to drink a Leon, but it had a glass in it, right in the middle of it, in the pack, that had both the breweries listed on it and Watu.
Mm-hmm.
And I, when I was packing everything to come home, I put the pack in there like, I should open this up and wrap everything separate individually. And I didn't. And that's how I lost the glass. So that's on me. I would have been 3 for 3 on the show today with drinking out of the proper glassware.
Nice. Yeah. Had you not lost that glass.
As a matter of fact, since I finished this, I'm going to open that beer. So
I think that's a good idea.
Nope, not this one yet.
I almost grabbed your third, did you?
I did grab my third, then I put it back because I looked at it first.
I looked down and I could have sworn it was the right one, and I grabbed it, and sure enough, it was not.
One of these days I'll have to tell you the bear hike story on the show, but not this show.
Not this show.
So I did have this at the brewery.
Very nice.
The Watu Triple.
And what's funny is you're right. I checked into it. You can't get that here, but you can get the triple.
Right.
You can get St. Bernardus triple, and it says Watu on it because that's where it's made.
Right.
But it's not Watu triple.
They're 2 apparently different beers.
Yeah. I mean, this is a St. Bernardus triple, and it says Watu on it, and only because that's where it's made,
Right.
town, right? And then there's the Watu triple. So there you go. So
Now, since that glass broke, I poured it into the first glass I bought on this trip, because when we drove to Belgium from the Netherlands, we went right past Morgat.
I could have lent you my St. Bernardus glass.
I have one somewhere in a box in storage, of course.
Storage, right.
But we drove right past Morgat. Do you know what's in Morgat?
Yes, I do. What is in Morgat? Morgat is oh crap. What is
it's in Belgium.
I know. What's in Morgat?
It's near Antwerp.
Yep. Yes, Duval.
Duval Brewery de Morgat. And so I grabbed this because it's got very much a Japanese samurai kind of motif to the glass.
Duval Morgat is the name of the
company,
overall company too, which also owns
Ashuf.
Right. Keep going.
They own Boulevard Brewing.
They own Boulevard, yeah.
Leafman's.
Mm-hmm.
There's two others.
A rather large one in New York State.
Ommegang.
Yeah.
They own Ommegang. And there's another one that they own. I can't remember what it is, but there's another one in Belgium that they own.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so I got this because of the.
They're very divested, so.
Yes.
Not divested, invested.
Transvested.
That's another part of the show.
If you
they're not in that part of the city, though.
If you go to Newt Niganau and also to Bar Bernard,
then you go.
Yeah, very very open minded there. It was really refreshing to see. But the thing is, if you go to Bernard's, you can take the tour. We didn't take the tour because we're on a timeline. But you don't really need a reservation unless you're going to eat. If you just want to go there and drink, there is you walk through the fancy bar area, you walk through the dining area to an area in the back where they've got a bar. This and the seating for this area where the bar is, where you're just there to drink. That's got the best views, by the way. That's where I wandered to get that picture.
To get the picture. Yeah. And here you go. We got a comment from Doug Smith. He said, "I know the feeling. I brought a Scotch ale thistle glass from Brussels back that didn't make it back. Always tricky bringing back glassware." Yep, 100%.
That's funny though, because you saw that aqua, this glass. Oh, I packed this well. This made it home. This made it home beautifully.
I
just made it home.
What I find is like if you put, don't get me wrong, and I usually bring extras just for this purpose, right? But take socks and stick it in the glass. And then wrap it in paper, and then wrap that in something else.
And I hate to.
There's nothing to compress on.
When I say this, no one will ever drink out of any of my glassware because my glassware usually comes home in dirty laundry.
Oh, you always put it in dirty laundry. You wrap it good in the dirty laundry.
Yeah, but here's the thing: none of the glassware this time did come back in dirty laundry. You know why?
Because you didn't have any dirty laundry. You did laundry over there.
No, I bought 4 shirts while I was out there.
Yeah.
So it came back in the new shirts rather than being wrapped in the dirty laundry. But there, a couple of these did have socks in them.
There you go. Doug Smith said your trip was amazing. Beer Geek Fantasyland, 100%, Doug.
It 100%. Absolutely, it was amazing because when we were done there, you know where we went?
You went to Amsterdam.
No. We're still in Belgium. Oh, we still got.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. I thought you meant when you were done in Belgium. Where did you?
No. When we were done at Bar Bernard.
No. Go ahead.
We're still on the same day.
Okay.
We went.
I thought you were just speaking globally about the trip. I'm sorry.
No, we went to Dryfonteinen. What's really cool about Dryfonteinen is that the beer's good and cold. Don't make the mistake that I did. Like, oh, okay, so let's see. We can get the lambic. Let's get 2 of those. It's only seven euros each. Let's get 2 of those. Yeah, 2 of those. The bartender, she came back with 2 crocks, ceramic crocks, flagons, so to speak, full of lambic she had poured straight off the barrel for 7 euros each.
You know what? I know it's a lot of beer, but I'm not upset about it.
Oh, we didn't waste a fucking drop of it. I'm like,
No.
yeah, okay, so you got your flag and I got my flag, and I'll help you with your flagon if you're not going to drink your whole flagon.
I'll flagging your flagging.
So it was
flagging your flagging.
But as I start talking to the beer tender, he's like, "Oh, hold on a second," because I ordered two more beers, and he grabs 4 glasses. So he pours the 2 that I wanted, and he goes, "Yeah, I opened this bottle of this one. Was it Quince? What the hell was it? Something along those lines."
A quince? That's like a
something along. And he's
clam, isn't it, or something? Like
that? No. Quince is a fruit.
Right. That's
you're thinking quahog.
I'm thinking quahog. Yeah, quince is a fruit.
And so he goes, "Yeah, I opened this bottle for another group. So here, have some." So we drank a lot more beer there than we had paid for, because he keeps pouring us stuff. I came back with a couple of. I think I bought like 3 bottles there. We drank a couple of them in the hotel though. That we actually wound up having dinner there. They had pulled pork croquettes.
Pulled pork croquettes.
Yeah, I was like, it was spiced very differently than American would spice it. But
how do you get them to roll through the hoops though? That's croquet. I'm sorry.
I was going to say you've got to use a flamingo.
There you go. Hey.
There we go. There's Lewis Carroll reference.
All right.
But yeah, going there, that was really, really cool. That was like the last of the road trips per se.
By the way, I was remiss. I did not put up your crawl for the Watu triple.
There he is. It's a Bière Fort.
It's a Bière Fort.
It's from Poparinga.
Not Forte.
It's funny because it's Poparinga, Belgium. So I don't know what the difference is between Poparinga or Poparinge.
I thought it was Pope Ringe.
Pope Ringe.
Or Pope Ring or Pope Ringy.
Pope Ringy. And Watu, because if you look at all their branding, it's Watu, but that gift pack that I had when it said 2 breweries, 1 town, they were referring to Poparinge.
Right.
So that was. Oh, I forgot one thing. We didn't go directly to Dryfonteinen after that. We actually drove into France near Lille.
We are cataloging his entire trip, minute by minute, and loving every minute of it. Continue, Dave.
But I'm just sticking to the beer stuff. By the way, I'm
sure you are. No, I'm sure that's not all you did. I'm sure there were other things.
But because I'm one of those people that I like to make lists of stuff, and I like to complete lists, and I'm sure this is true of most every beer geek.
Mm-hmm.
We want to have a beer in every state in the country, right?
I would like to. Eventually.
Right. We want to go to a brewery in every state in the country.
Sure. Also,
as many countries as possible.
Please say trees after you say that word.
Countries.
Yeah.
That's a different type of kink. But knowing that we'd be that close to France, it's like, let me find a brewery that's near the border,
right.
That's open on a Sunday. Because in Lille, there's a lot of breweries in Lille. There's only one that was open.
Not a Sunday.
It's called Aux Enfants Terribles. The Terrible Children. So I took a picture of the sign, sent it to my boys, and said they named a brewery after you.
There you go.
And both of them have taken some French, so they both were like, "Yeah, very funny, Father." But it was another.
You didn't want to go to a vineyard.
There was none in the area.
Right.
But Carrie did.
I get why you did that, and I would have done the same, but I still would have at least went by a vineyard, just done a tasting and grabbed the bottle.
Carrie did do the right thing because they did serve wine, and she did order a glass of Médoc.
Okay.
So she did have French wine in France, and she said, "Yes, I got the Médoc." I'm like, not one of my favorite styles. I would have picked something else, but hey, you're in France, you're drinking a French wine.
Médoc.
You're doing better than Médoc.
Médoc.
MEDOC. Médoc.
Médoc. I know it is. In New Jersey. In the United States, it's cold duck.
Cold duck.
There you go. That's different.
It's a whole different thing.
When was the last time you had cold duck?
The
And
first
don't
time
say
I had it,
1978.
the
either.
first time I had it, was the last time I
So it
had
was 1978.
is the only appropriate answer to that question. But anyway, but no, this
You
place,
probably had Mad Dog 2020 more often than you had Cold Duck, right?
you're absolutely 100%
There you go,
correct.
right.
But this place, there's Aux Enfants Terribles.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, it's France beer. Their wine. I expected it to be like, when you go to Italy. Yes, you got Moretti, you've got some of the other Italian pilsners and all that, which are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're fine. And then the craft beer it's craft beer made by a culture that concentrates on wine. So I kind of expected the same thing in France. I had some really damn good beer there. It was there was a blonde there, not Heather.
Not Heather. Was it Clementine?
No, remember, she's strawberry blonde.
Well, no.
That's so blonde. No, but the blonde ale that they made there was
blonde beard,
blonde beer, blonde ale. The blonde ale they make there was fantastic. It was really, really good.
I can imagine a Belgian blonde being well brewed.
Well, it was a French blonde.
Oh, this was the one in France. I apologize.
This is in France.
You're still in France.
Still in France, and then we went to drive-in time. And the next day we went.
Hey, well, I'll be honest with you. I've had, I mean, I'm not going out of my way for it, but if somebody hands me a Kronenbourg 1664,
I'll drink it.
I'll have it. It works. It's got a little strawberry flavor to it.
Is DuPont French or is it Belgian?
DuPont is Belgian.
Yeah. But it's French. It's French saison yeast.
Right.
But yeah, so the next day we take the train to Ghent.
Mm-hmm.
Ghent was okay. I tell you, there was another Zen moment. So being in Aachen was a Zen moment, right? So in Ghent, we went. Did you ever see the movie The Monuments Men?
Yes.
So we went and saw the Ghent altarpiece. If you remember, that was the one that had there was like 9 pieces of it, and they had found 8 of them, and they're trying to figure out where the 9th is. What did they do with the 9th one? And they realized that they were using it as a table.
Right.
So we got to see that, and that church, the church that the Ghent altarpiece is in, the Church of Saint Boof. No, not Boof.
Schoof.
Not Schoof. Bart.
Schoof.
No, Bart. I thought it was a B, but anyway, I'll remember it.
Aloof.
That was the most beautiful church that we saw the whole time. And we went to
a lot of beautiful churches over here.
Oh, they're absolutely
amazing. Just so, yeah.
It was so it was great to see the Ghent altarpiece, but the rest of that church was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Triptychs everywhere. So after that, we went up the. Okay, so we go up the. Oh, I got to pull this picture up. So we go up the belfry.
Folks, he's pulling a picture up, not me.
I'm actually pulling a picture up.
Mm-hmm.
I did not send this to John.
Intentionally for this reason.
No, not for this reason. It's just I wasn't sure. I may have sent it to you. I actually may have put it into the group.
Well, let me see it. I'll know if I saw it.
So we go into the belfry, and halfway up the belfry is this guy.
I did not see that. Or maybe I did, actually. Yeah, I think I might have.
Does that look familiar?
Yeah. What is that?
Why
am I recognizing that?
Because it is the logo for Golden Drake.
Oh, you're right. It is. Yes, it is.
It's like, holy shit, that's a Golden Drake logo.
You're right.
No, it's not the Golden Drake logo. It used to be on top of
what
the
they
belfry.
use. It's what they use.
It was the guardian of the belfry. Mm-hmm. It was very, very cool.
There were no bats up there.
Except for me. But after that we did Castle Gravenstein, which is not Castle Frankenstein. It's a whole different thing. It's funny. We did the audio tour, and the audio tour is done by a Belgian comedian. It was actually quite cute. It really sparked up the tour a little bit. It was really cool. Really cool experience. If you get to Bruges, definitely see the altarpiece. Go into that church. You can go up to the belfry and see that too. That was kind of cool.
It was Jeff Foxworthery?
No. But then
I was trying to add on a Belgian thing onto the end of Jeff Fox.
Jeff Fothery. There's I don't know what would be a Belgian add-on. Another beer. That's a Belgian
Another add-on. No, I think that's a good idea.
But afterwards,
what's funny is though I'm drinking 2 Allagash's on the show tonight, and neither of them are Belgian.
It's very funny because they can do those
Very well.
But after Gravenstein, we went to this museum. We didn't go in the museum. It's called the Huis de Allen.
Okay.
The Van Allen house or something. Who's Van Allen? Who's Allen? We went there because I'd read something about it.
A song back in the 80s. Who's Van Allen? They said and smiled in that.
Who did that? Who sings that?
Who's Van Allen?
Yeah.
I think that was the Bruges.
The Bruges. Okay.
The Bruges, yeah.
But you go there if you don't want to go to the museum, take a tour. It doesn't matter. You go in, and when you walk in, you're in a courtyard, and there's a tree there, and there's a bunch of tables, and then there's a bar in the back. So you go in, and for I think it was $5. Was it a West Mall that I had? I forget what I ordered. But
Can't go wrong with that.
With $5, I don't know if it was a West Mall, but I have to look it up what I had there. But you take it to your table, and so Bruges is very much a what you call it, a tourist town, and it's bustling. There's a lot of things going on there. Yeah, it was West Mall. Here we go. There it is, right there, John.
West Mall. There you go.
Yeah, and there's the guy who poured.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
triple? Is that the triple?
That was the triple. I purposely the West Mall is purposely out of focus because I wanted to put focus on the beer tent.
On the guy, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there drinking.
Well, we don't call it out of focus. We call it soft focus.
Soft focus.
Right.
Or intentionally focused. Redirected focus.
Spot focused.
Spot focus. I like that one. So we're sitting there in this courtyard in this bustling tourist town, and it's just quiet and calm. And it was like this Zen moment of this whirlwind. See this. Sit down. Have a beer. It was really nice. If you ever get to Bruges, if you don't remember,
if you ever get to Bruges, mention his name.
Yeah, mention my name. They'll be like, who?
Who?
But it's just to make them go who, or qui if it's in French. But in Bruges they speak Flemish. Yeah. It's Flemish, very Flemish.
I see what I did there.
Yeah. So they speak Yiddish.
Flemish with a PH.
And a G.
And a G.
Right? Don't forget the G. The G is very important.
Very important.
The G adds at the back.
Exactly.
But no, if you can't remember where it was, ask me. I'll say you've got to go here. I highly recommend doing this. But the next place we went after that, I really also highly recommend the Trollekelder.
Nice.
So the Troll Cellar.
Sure.
And it's just a craft beer bar. And it is one of my favorite individuals that we came across while we were there. Mm-hmm. Didn't speak to him. I was afraid to. He terrified me. Also, I was absolutely intrigued by this guy. I just kept calling him the Wizard.
Of Oz? Oh my God! Yes, he's definitely the Wizard. I could see that.
And
did he smile at all, or was that his face? Nobody was saying.
That was his face the whole time. And it's funny because there's a bar next door.
See, one of those guys. I picture that now. Just basically, you didn't say a word of this to me.
Okay.
That's the first time I'm hearing the story and seeing that picture. Is he one of those guys that maybe you know, maybe you don't? But if you don't, maybe you can guess or assume or speculate. Is he one of those guys that just he shows up in the morning or afternoon, whenever the place opens, and he's there all day? So no matter when you go, he's there.
Yes and no.
He's a fixture, and that's the way it is. You talk to him, you don't, whatever, it's there. Yeah.
Yes and no, because many people would come by, stop and talk to him. They knew him. Everyone there knew him.
Right.
He drank the same beer constantly, as you expect he would. Mm-hmm. Right, because he's there every day. But What wound up happening, which puts a little wrinkle in what you're saying, is this one guy shows up, shakes his hand, talks to him. As he does that, that guy goes, oh, actually, there's these couple of guys sitting at another table who are talking to him from across the table. And eventually, another guy shows up, talks to him, and goes to the bar next door, takes out keys and opens it. The two guys at the one table that were talking to the wizard, they get up and they follow him into that bar because they work there. They're pre-gaming work at the bar next door.
Nice.
And then Wizard gets up, and then I realize he's got a wheelchair.
Really?
Someone rolls him over to a table at the bar next door. So
Yeah, you have
it was absolutely fascinating. But the cool thing about Trollerkelder is I was able to run carry through all three of the West Flutterings.
There you go.
So we drank all three of them there at Trollerkelder. And
8, and of course, that's 8, 10, and 12.
8, 10, and 12.
You didn't get 7 or 9?
Yeah, very funny. Not going to trick me that way. They had all three of them.
Did you get the new IPA they had out?
Yeah. Actually, they had the West Flutterin pastry stout.
They did. Oh, that would just, if they released that, I would just shoot myself.
I was going to say, I really think that a good
that's the end of any.
I think a good 22 to 27% of craft beer nerds would commit suicide. No, but we ran through them, and I got to say, as much as I love 12, and I really do love 12.
12's fantastic. It really is. I'm not going to disparage it at all. It's fantastic beer.
8 is absolutely amazing.
I've never had 8. I've had 10 and I've had 12. I've never had 8.
Shit.
I've never had 8.
I had never had 8 until that day. And I had 10, I'd had 12, but I never had 8. And I had 8 for the first time. And I gotta tell you, 12 gets all the press. But 8 is, oh my God, that was a fantastic beer. Really, really, really enjoyed it. So that was a lot of fun doing that. But it was the next day. I think my favorite bar was in Bruges. Absolutely in Bruges. And it was called Bruges Biertje.
It was called the Cloverleaf.
Yeah, right. Bruges Biertje. And Biertje apparently means bear. So it's the Bruges Bear. So it's appropriate that it's Teddy Bear Day. So this is my Bruges Bear right here. Hi, Fry. Are you? Hold on. Let me see if I can find my license registration.
No, forget it. I just looked over and they were sitting there, and there's a friggin' sticker on the back of them. So
it's the first time you wore them.
No. I've worn them before. I must have stuck that on there for something. But
okay. So we get to Bruges. We walk around Bruges. We had lunch at Camprinus.
Okay.
At Camprinus, I had rabbit in their Camprinus ale and prunes, and so good. I was very regular on this trip.
All right.
Not that you asked.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome. But I'm sure that dish helped. But the beer we had there was really good. That was a really good thing. But we did a lot of other things in Bruges. We saw the Bruges Madonna, which was also featured in Monuments Men. Mm-hmm. Also a beautiful church. Mm-hmm. But then we wind up at this beer bar, and we sit down and we start talking to this one guy who was actually Flemish, and someone who was there for work from England, who's there all the time, so he knew the guy. So we got to talking to them, and then some of their friends showed up. Gotcha. There's one guy from Buffalo.
Okay.
Expat from Buffalo.
Expat from Buffalo. You got a Brian Boak. Sorry, late. Just got off multiple board calls. Getting a beer now.
Well, hurry up and get your damn beer. Schnell.
Schnell und Speichelt.
But then the one guy, he's from England. His name was Jason Moorcock.
Does he really need it?
Oh, sorry, Allcock.
Does he really need that?
He's got all of it. Why does he need more?
Yeah, exactly.
and this Scottish woman named Mary. And so we talked to them for.
Was she happy?
Well, she was married to Alcock.
Well, she's got all the cock. So.
But I was talking to the sales guy from Britain, or the business from Britain. I don't know exactly what he did. But it was the only place, because remember, one of my goals going there was to get a beer with mustard seed.
Yep.
They had one. It was mustard seed and fenugreek.
I know this story.
And the beer was all fenugreek.
And it is.
But I got the guy from England very, very interested in mustard seed beers. So that was interesting. We had two really good beer conversations. One was at Newton-Niganau, and the other one was at Beer Trill, and I'm probably not pronouncing either of these properly.
Either of them, right? Yeah.
But if you get to Bruges, go there. It's a local beer bar, and you're going to have a conversation about beer when you go there.
Fair enough.
It was wonderful. Really, really enjoyed that.
And then you went to Amsterdam.
No, then we spent some time in Brussels.
You went to Brussels.
Went to Brussels. We did not have any sprouts.
I love sprouts.
I did have some more. Though? I did have more rabbit. This time it was in a creek sauce with prunes.
A creek sauce with prunes.
This was at La Fin de Siècle, which is the
fruity,
name of a beer.
Fruity Rabbit.
Fruity Rabbit, tricks are for kids. No.
Yeah, Fruity Rabbit.
Fruity Rabbit, tricks are for kids. But no, we went there. But if you remember,
Brian's got his first beer up. Let's put that up. He's drinking the brewery Girl Grey Belgian Ale with milk sugar, almonds, Earl Grey tea.
Very appropriate. Very, very,
very appropriate. Very, very, very well picked. Very well chosen.
But no, we went to We went to Delirium Village.
The village of Delirium.
The first we went.
Were you delirious?
No. First we went to the tap room, and I'm just looking at the taps. I'm like, and I said, "Where is it that they have the book of beers?" Because that's down in Delirium Cafe. So we find Delirium Cafe. We go down there. So,
wasn't that a play or a musical?
Cafe Delirium, or down in
the book of beers.
Book of Beers. Yeah, by the guys who do South Park, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, so I had seen in the past that Cafe Delirium, their book of beers, because they're in the Guinness Book for having the most available beers on the planet, which is over 2,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So their book of beers is about, I'd seen it like a big binder and about this thick.
I remember one in Philly that was that thick.
That was
Eulogy,
yeah. And it was...
They never got the proper eulogy.
No, they didn't. We should have. They never got the respect. And the thing is, the shame of it is they're in competition with monks.
Mm-hmm.
And, with monks getting...
Russian River.
Pliny the Younger every now and then, they couldn't compete, which is a shame, because Eulogy was probably my favorite.
Honestly, I love monks. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing bad to say about monks, but I loved Eulogy better than monks.
Eulogy. My strategy at Eulogy, just order everything I couldn't pronounce.
Yeah.
it was that easy. I can't pronounce this. Bring me that. No, but so I get there and I'm expecting this big binder like Eulogy had, because that's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
I get something that's this big and only about this thick, and I'm going through them and the one thing I wanted to have that I was guaranteed was going to be there was Melchior by Elvin.
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
didn't have it.
They had Balthazar, but no Melchior or Gaspar. And the bartender looks at me and goes, Melchior. Oh, that's Belgian blonde. It's a Belgian blonde brew with mustard seed. Because there's mustard seed in it. I'm like, yeah, it's its whole thing. That's what makes Melchior. Goes, oh, well, I learned something today. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in Cafe Delirium and I'm schooling the beer tender. I'm a fucking American. This should not happen. And the other thing about Cafe Delirium, with the exception of this one really, 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 really drunk older guy, whose whole life story we got, of course. And this one guy whose wife, I think, was Russian. or Polish, but him and us and everybody else in the bar were Americans.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Also kind of lends way to where you walked into.
Yeah. So what I talked about, place Cafe Delirium kind of disappointed me a little bit. It didn't have the selection I was expecting. It's more of it's pretty much a tourist spot now.
Yeah. That's a shame.
I still recommend going just to say you've been. I did buy a shirt.
Well, you had to. I mean.
Yeah, had to. Do I ever have the need to return? No, I don't. I would go back to Newton and out 15 times before I went back to Cafe Delirium. They had if you remember, my first beer in Belgium was a Cantillon that I got there. It was a bomber, and I think it cost me 12 euros.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No, just bring me 5 more of those. Just keep.
That was the day I sent you 90 fingers.
Yeah,
and not just from me.
It was from everybody else in the group.
Doug, from Jesse, from everybody.
Yeah, everybody. But then the next day was probably the highlight of the trip.
Okay. Yeah, I've been nursing mine, so you finished yours before.
From a beer perspective. Because I'm going to show you 3 things that I bought at this brewery.
And what brewery is this?
And the shirt.
Cantillon.
Mm-hmm. So Brasserie Cantillon Brewery. So you pay for the self-guided tour, which is, I mean, it's really something else when you get to see this historic brewery, and go through and see everything that they use to make these beers. In one room, you go up to this one. You got to walk up to look into the room where the cool ship is.
Nice.
And it's funny because if you remember in April, we were at Chester King.
Yeah, sure.
And we were up in the room where their cool ship is. And they're talking about how the owners had spent time in Cantillon and modeled that room after the room in Cantillon.
Yep.
Yeah. They did a great job of modeling after their cool ship room. But one of my favorite beers ever is Cantillon's Creek.
Cantillon's Creek is fantastic.
And it's funny because there's a lot of arguments back and forth because people think that Dry Fontainen had caught up to Cantillon and were just as good as Cantillon.
Dry Fontainen is fantastic, but
it's absolutely, but they're not Cantillon.
They're not Cantillon.
No, they're not. And we sat there, and I think my biggest beer bill was sitting at Cantillon because you pay for the guided tour. Then when you're done, you go to the bar and you get 3 free pours. So you get a lambic straight out of the barrel. You get a goose, and you get the Creek, and then they have bottles for sale. Not for sale, bottles offered. There's very few bottles for sale there. By the way,
I've had 5 Cantillons.
I now have exceeded you on this trip, but the ones that we had there. And it's funny because I explained to Karen, like, I'm going to keep buying bottles until we can't walk. And it's a shame because where we sat. I picked a table that was kind of in this like dead corner. I should have gone over into the other area because there's these 2 other guys there. And
by the way, here's the beer. By the way, there's Creek 100% Lambic Bio, 6% Creek Lambic, Brasserie Cantillon. Belgium.
But there was these 2 guys there, and they were buying bottles. And
by the way, we're at an hour and 20, and we haven't gotten to Amsterdam yet. Just wanted to point that out.
Amsterdam's going to be quick. There's a reason for that. Amsterdam's going to be quick. I'm just trying to find something here.
You find it.
But
While you find it, I will look at this comment. This comment is, oh, Vanessa Kitty. Hi,
hey,
Vanessa.
Kitty, how you doing?
How are you, Vanessa? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers, Vanessa. I'll cheers you after I'm going to put up my my beer. My third beer, which
You got your third out.
should have been my second, is also from Allagash, and it is the Tropical Lime IPA.
Interesting. So it's like it's a Goose IPA.
What's that?
It's like a Goose IPA.
It's a Goose IPA. There you go. No, it's just it's a New England IPA with lime, and I did put water in it. So, but I know it's not a proper IPA glass, but I'm using the same Allagash glass.
You put water in it?
I put water in the glass and drank it to rinse out.
I was like, you watered down your beer? What is
Clementine Kolsch that I had. I put water in the beer. I put water in the glass and then drank.
Are you? I've checked in 26 Cantillon beers.
26. Oh yeah. Well, you've been to Cantillon.
Yeah, but I only checked in 5 beers there.
There you go. Well, no, I've had multiples of these beers. I've only had 5 Cantillons. I've had the Rosa de Gambrinus, probably more than I've had anything else.
Yes, same.
Yeah, I've had the Creek. I've had the Fou Funé.
I've had that.
I've had the Cuvée San Gilloy Champions, that beer.
Okay.
And I've had the Grand Cru Bruxella Lambic Bio.
So I've had the Creek Lambic, the Goose Lambic.
I haven't had the Goose Lambic.
Vigneron. But Sean shared that one. I've had Iris.
I have 2, but not. Never mind.
Grand Cru Bruxella Lambic. Rosa de Gambrinus. Mamouche. Will you do the Fandango?
Oh, I've had Mamouche. Oh, that's Mamoons. Never mind. It's a falafel. Never
mind. Lou Pepe Creek. Let's see. Classic Goose. Cuvée San Gayos Champions. Same. Were we at the same place? No, I had a Pit Caribou up in Montreal.
I had it at Augers Well a couple of times. Greg had a few bottles of that, and he would bring them out. That was when I used to go write my articles on Monday nights. Over there, and he'd be doing his bottle shares, and I'd bring a bottle or 2 over with me, and he'd always have, for some reason, he had a couple of bottles of that.
And the one we had at New Niganau was Saint Lamvinus. So that one's made with grapes. Then we had the Foufon. That was at Motor Lambic in Brussels. Then again, the Goose Lambic, Rosa Gambrinus, La Plaisir. So another one was made with grape must.
La Plaisir, Miss Snake in the Grass.
Yes. And then we had 40 degrees north, 4 degrees east. That was absolutely friggin' fucking fantastic.
You gotta love it. Friggin' fucking fantastic.
And then Sung Bleu.
Triple F.
Yes. Then Sung Bleu, which is
Sung Bleu.
We brought a bottle of that one home, a big bottle of that one.
Nice.
So that was nice. But this is fantastic.
Vanessa also said math. And then she said, oops, I was behind in the chat. And then she said, well behind on the video. Hi.
Hey. So catching up. But yeah, no, that was. And then after that, yeah, eventually we made it to made it to Amsterdam.
When you got to Amsterdam.
Got to Amsterdam. We were subject to an idiot tax.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, I told you the story. Yeah, we get to Amsterdam. I start putting some beers in the fridge, chocolate in the fridge, and I look at the safe, and I just went, son of a bitch. We had left our passports back in the safe in Brussels. So we paid $300 to take the train back to Brussels to go get our passports so we could come home. Though I was kind of voting for not.
Sorry, I'm stuck here.
We lost it. I was going to say, I will give you €100 if you burn them. But no, we wouldn't got back on it. But what was cool before that, we had gone to lunch before we realized our mistake. So we actually got to enjoy lunch. We went to a place called New Amsterdam, in Amsterdam, mind you. But it's named after New York.
Well, yeah, because New York is New Amsterdam.
You know why it's named after New York?
Go ahead.
It is the place where the India Trading Company decided to actually found New Amsterdam.
Right.
We just stumbled in there. We were looking for a place to eat. Now, where our hotel was very much in the center of where all the coffee shops are. Coffee shop. And you can hear me do air quotes on the thing. You can actually hear the tone. This coffee shops. We were right in the dead center of that. So there was a lot of dilated pupils where we were.
And I'm sure contact-wise, yours weren't too far behind.
I had the munchies. But yeah. So
Easy to happen.
So we're like walking past falafel places. There's Turkish restaurants. Finally, we find this one restaurant. Like, let's go in there. And we go back into the courtyard. They said it's in the courtyard, and that's where the plaque was saying what this place was. There was also on the other half of the courtyard, there was a wedding going on. So that was kind of cool. But the thing that really, really, really stuck out
was your tongue.
God, yeah. After drinking what I drank there, I wanted more, and I wanted more, and I wanted more.
And tell us what that was.
And everyone's going to think I'm out of my fucking mind. It was Heineken. I tell you now, I will put my hand on a stack of Bibles.
30 feet high.
And my skin will burn. Yes, but
for other reasons.
Just for other reasons. I will swear on a stack of H.P. Lovecraft books. I will swear on the Lord of the Rings. Heineken in Amsterdam is a world-class beer. It was fantastic. It's like, oh my! I mean, I downed this. I was like, I need another. Every place we went, I want. So we did go to a brewery while we were there. I'll just say we would at a brewery in the Netherlands, and it was brewery at Tij. It's IJ, and I forget how it was pronounced E, I think, or okay. I, and it means egg. And it's a part of their complex is an actual windmill, historic windmill. So that was cool. And a very popular area. The beer is pretty good. But I'm drinking, their version of craft beer, going, I really want another Heineken.
Yeah.
So we actually did go back to New Amsterdam, and had dinner there, had some more Heineken, and they were now having the reception for the wedding. It started. We're sitting in the corridor. It started to pour, so they give us umbrellas. So we're sitting there eating with our umbrellas, making sure our beer's under the umbrellas.
Of course.
And they took pictures of us. I thought they were going to put them on their Instagram.
Just clarify for everybody listening, watching, whatever. It is not 100% not the same beer as it is here in the States.
So the best way to put this is, if you drink Guinness in this country and you like it, and then you go to Ireland, it's something entirely different. It's a whole different animal, and it's so much better. It is fantastic. It is the same thing with Heineken, except for the fact that I can enjoy a Guinness here. I can't enjoy a Heineken here.
Heineken's, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? Because everybody always says the skunkiness of a Heineken.
That's the green bottle.
It's the green bottle, so it's light struck, so it gets skunked, right? Like it would, like any other beer in a green bottle, or a clear bottle.
I drink out of a green bottle.
I know. Well, it's different. But a green bottle that you have, or clear bottle that you have to put a lime in, maybe get skunked, that kind of thing. But no, we get the light struck whole thing. I mean, that's obvious. However, I've had Heineken draft here.
Okay.
It never was in a bottle. It went from a fermenter into the
and it's still bad.
It's still skunked. Okay. So it's a different beer in Holland, or the Netherlands, or Amsterdam, or whatever you want to call the place that you were at. But do they still refer to it as Holland? Is that even a thing anymore?
Yes, we did learn the difference.
I know there is a difference. It's a subtle difference, but there's a difference.
It's a subtle difference. So the whole western side of the Netherlands, so where all the cities are, that's Holland.
That's Holland.
North Holland and South Holland. I'm not really sure what they call the other side of it, but it's
East Holland. That's East Holland.
No, I think they call it not Holland.
Not Holland.
But the Dutch actually use it interchangeably. So when we landed, and I was telling you about when I got the car at Hertz,
I love the fact that it's Holland or the Netherlands, and the biggest city is Amsterdam, but they're Dutch. They're not Hollanders.
And they're Dutch.
Or Netherlanders.
They're also Netherlanders.
They're Netherlanders?
Yeah, they're that as well.
Okay.
And the language is Dutch.
Have at it.
Yeah. It's like nothing makes sense there. But when I went to the Hertz counter to get the car, she's like, "Oh, is your first time here?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, welcome to Holland." Not Amsterdam, not Amsterdam,
or
not the Netherlands. Welcome to Holland.
Holland, right?
Yeah. It was, but I gotta say, the Heineken to me was fantastic. That was very eye opening. Really, really enjoyed it.
Brian Vogt just commented. He said, "Heineken is better anywhere outside the United States."
And you know what's weird? The Heineken that comes in the United States is imported from Holland, the Netherlands, or Amsterdam. All three of those, actually.
They just make a different beer and send it.
I think they piss in it when they send it to us.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I think that's what happens. I don't know what it is, but it's awful by the time it gets here. And it's not just the green bottles, the kegs as well.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, too, right? It does take time. It's not like they're flying it here and putting it on tap.
Yeah, and it should be drank fresh.
Right. So, and you were drinking it fresh there. So maybe we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Well, we're going to have to do some sort of a investigation. I don't know if we even care, but in any event, if you were drinking,
that's not happening. It's not going to happen.
If you were drinking it fresh, like super fresh, and everybody drinks it so much because it's so good that the turnover of this beer in Holland is so quick that it's always fresh, and that's fine. That's great, right? So that you're always getting it fresh. But if there's any time put on this beer, it gets skunky. Now, that I can buy into. I can believe that that's the case. Because short of that, if that's not the case, if that's not why, then they're making a different beer to send here.
It's very possible. And maybe they're doing because they think it's going to last better on the trip over. I don't know. We did get to one craft beer bar while we were in Amsterdam, the Waldeman.
Okay.
If you go to Amsterdam, it's this nice little haven of good beer amongst all the coffee shops.
Very nice. Amongst all the coffee
shops. Yeah.
Right.
No, don't get me wrong. Where we stayed, we stayed where we stayed because we were really close to the train station. We turned the car in, so we needed to get back to the airport quickly. So we stayed close to the train station. And the hotel did a fantastic job of making themselves this little haven amongst all the shenanigans in the area. And I'm trying not to come off as anti-weed,
but
when everybody is stoned and walking around like zombies, it's a little hard to get around.
Yeah, no, you're right. So.
And it's a different feel down there once you get outside of that particular downtown area. Amsterdam's really fucking cool. It's really, really nice. We went to the Rijksmuseum. We went to the Van Gogh Museum. We did enjoy what little we saw of Amsterdam outside of that particular area.
Gotcha.
But the Waldeman, we had some really, really good beers there. That was a lot of fun. The beer tenders were really, really cool. We didn't have any conversation with any fellow drinkers though, so that I found that a little odd. But I can get it if they're like locals. They're like, oh, fucking Americans. They're just here to get stoned and see prostitutes.
I was going to say because you said that they're very open-minded in Belgium.
Well, yeah, in Belgium, a little bit more so in Amsterdam.
So in Amsterdam, I hear there's a certain sect of the city is very open-legged.
Sex.
601.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's called the Red Light District.
There you go.
We did walk through it during the day, so it was nice and quiet. On our way to the Rijksmuseum, so we got the right culture.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you had a fantastic trip. Fantastic trip.
And these are actually the highlights.
There you go. So, cheers to you on your fantastic trip.
And by the way, I need to get back to Bruce.
Hold on, put that up. Two totally different color beers, right?
Wait a second. Is that Florida State colors?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it is actually.
Okay, so the locker room guys have inadvertently
go seven.
Predicted the national championship.
The national champions. There you go.
Which I hate to say.
There you go.
Now you wanted to follow up on some of your Portland stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before. You and I were in Portland like 4 and change years ago.
I've been there a couple of times.
So we went up, and we didn't do quite as many breweries as we normally do.
So you only did about 20?
We did about 20, right? Yeah, exactly. So definitely hit Allagash, and by the way, that's why I'm wearing this. I got a new Allagash hat on the show.
Oh, very nice,
right? And then I'm wearing, and as you know, most cities I go to, I always have to stop in at a local firehouse and get one of the shirts. So this is this is a Portland
company
Ladder one, and it's an EMS squad. They used to have an engine in that firehouse too. I'm fairly certain because I've been by it several times every time we've gone up there, but it's the first time I actually caught anybody at it with the doors open, walked over, started talking to one of the guys, got a shirt from them, BS with them a little bit. So it was really cool. And they're good guys there, as are most firehouses, or any that I've been in anyway. But yeah, no, we did our thing. We went to Allagash, went over to, and I'll say this, and I think I mentioned it on an earlier show. Went up to Mass Landing, and for years now on the show, I've been pontificating about the amazing extolling about the amazing BLT at Mass Landing. Yeah, that's gone. It's not a thing anymore.
I've had it, and I will back. And I rarely back John up on anything.
Yeah, but he had it.
I'll back him up on that BLT.
Yeah. So, but in any event, so we did that. Went all the way up to went up to went up to the botanical gardens in help me out here.
It's
Booth Bay.
Booth Bay, yes.
Booth Bay.
It was you got it like half a second before I did.
Yeah, no, Booth Bay. Fantastic. We went to a brewery there.
Is Booth Bay Brewing still there?
Went to Footpath Brewing.
Footpath. I went to
Footbridge.
I went to
Brewing. And it's right at the foot of the footbridge going across the
that makes sense.
The harbor there. And the beer was decent, and they had really good barbecue there. We had burnt ends that were fantastic.
Wait a second. Better than the one up in
No, not at all. No. But for burnt ends that you can get in Maine, they were fantastic. Let's put it that way. All right.
Okay.
All right. Stopped at Maine Brewing on the way back from that trip. Had amazing pizza and obviously the beer. I don't even
they've still got the pizza oven.
They have.
They've always had it.
They've always pizza oven. Now they actually have a pizza oven that actually looks like a mash tun. And it's a pizza.
Yes.
It's a
because they've always done pizza there.
Not a coal fire, a brick oven pizza. Yeah.
Well, it's still coal fire.
It's coal fire. Yeah.
Still coal fire.
So, but it's amazing. But so we went back and then hit a couple places. We hit our buddies at Bellflower.
I love those guys. Love it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had to buy a lot of beer there to bring home because
Zach and Brian.
When we went there, it was our about 11th brewery
we
of
talked
the day,
about that
and
day,
I couldn't taste a damn thing.
But then you had the beer to have on the show when we had them on.
And I purposely went to the bathroom to throw up to try to make room for the beer.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, we drank so much that day.
It was a lot for you anyway. You went there at the end of the day after we left when we went to Allagash and you went over to Mass Landing. We were in Boston by the time you were there. So, it's speaking of Boston, that's where we went after we left. And of course, by the way,
No, I went to Mass Landing the next day. We didn't drive out of Portland at all. This was because we were out by, so you've got like the bypass highway, and you have all the breweries that are off of that, which is the Allagash. That's the
Definitive
Steel something,
Battery Steel, Foundation.
Steel. Yeah, all those breweries.
Well, we were over. No, we were over at those together. We were at those.
Right.
Together.
We started there because we started at Allagash. Then we came in and hit a whole bunch of breweries there. We went to Good Fire. We went to the other brewery that's next to Good Fire, Lone Pine.
Mm-hmm.
There's that fermenteria that's there. They ferment all kinds of stuff. That's between Rising Tide and Lone Pine
and Austin Street. And it's down the street. Well, it's across the street from where Bellflower is. No,
yes.
Actually, no. It's
Rising Tide is.
It's across the street from where Rising Tide is, right?
Yes. So you got Bellflower, Rising Tide, then that fermentary. So we hit all of these things, and also we'd gone to Oxbow.
Well, that's where I was going with this. We had one beer in Oxbow, but the only reason that was we had it while we were waiting for our duck fat fries.
Because you need the poutine, yes.
Yeah, we had our duck fat fries, our poutine with the egg.
There's no question. If you go and you don't get the egg, we can't be friends.
Right.
You just can't be friends because you're wrong.
And then we were having in Hardshore Distilling, we were having a couple of cocktails, right?
Now here's the thing. I went to
the next building. So.
Did you go to the African meadery that was there? Or is it gone?
It's gone.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I enjoyed that guy's mead. But at Hardshore, I had the gin, and I loved their gin while I was there. Good. And I brought a bottle of it home.
Mm-hmm. Not good.
I had to make gimlet after gimlet after gimlet to finish that bottle.
There you go. Well, nothing,
I had to double up the lime.
Well, on that note, we did leave when we left, and I'll really quick say that we did hit, and this was the first time we did, because anytime we've gone to Portland before, it was all about beer, right? And we did hit Navari Res, and they did have a bigger menu than when you and I were there. I know, but please, you don't need to give me that. Look where you just were.
This is true. This is true.
But in any event, he gave me the finger, folks. Those of you listening to the audio podcast.
Well, it's because of the experience that I had there, which was subpar for Navari Res, and I need to go back and let them redeem themselves.
So in any event, we did hit a couple,
bottle cap. I like
it's very nice. We did hit a couple of cocktail bars, few cocktail bars. Blythe and Burroughs. We went to the Independent Ice Company and Bar of Chocolate. Fantastic cocktail bars. In Blythe and Burroughs, there's a speakeasy. So if you walk in, there's the front bar, and then you go up a couple stairs, and there's a back bar and a back area. And then all the way at the end, before there's like booths, and all the way in the back, there's a bookcase. Push the bookcase. Walk in there and down the stairs, and you're down in the back in a speakeasy. Fantastic.
That's fair.
And I had a what did I have?
I don't know.
Hold on. I'll tell you.
Tell me.
No, I'll tell you right now. All right.
All I know is we've got a friend who's going on and on.
It's called Ship Captain Crew. Right here.
Okay.
Ship Captain Crew, and that's it right there. And it actually comes
looks pink.
It comes with a bottle. Well, that's because the red lighting in the background. It actually comes with a bottle of smoke.
I walked a bottle of smoke. Is there a genie in there?
There wasn't.
Did you get any wishes?
No. So it was fantastic.
But a friend of John's of mine is going on and on and on about tiki bars.
Yes.
Well, I think that's because on the other podcast, which I'm not on anymore,
but you
and
can
a chaser
come on every now and then.
We'll see. Your next show is going to be not the next show, but the show after that's going to be tiki.
Well, next show's tomorrow night, and there may or may not be a guest on that show.
Ooh, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have to contact Tom afterwards. He arranged it, but
and the one after that's going to be the tiki.
2 weeks from tomorrow night's a tiki drink show. Yes, it is.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. But in any event, so they were fantastic. And then we went down to, speaking of cocktails, it was more, honestly, it was kind of even, about 50-50 with spirits and cocktails and beer on this trip. And then we go down to Boston, and the first night we hit night shift.
You weren't heading up to Boston?
We went down to Boston from Portland.
Oh, okay.
I didn't ship up to Boston. I headed down to Boston. So headed down to Boston.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
No,
And then when we were done at night shift, though, we walked around the corner and went to Short Path. And Short Path has amazing gin. They have a lot of other amazing cocktails as well, amazing spirits as well, I should say. Picked up a couple bottles. Do I have any
handy within reach?
Thought I did. Maybe I do.
Maybe you don't.
I don't know. They're downstairs. I apologize. In any event, no, we're got a couple for the cocktail podcast. Got their remember I said their summer gin was I've had it on the show. Talked about it. The blueberry gin.
Yeah,
They've actually made that a year-round thing now, and it's they had a different name now. Obviously, it's not summer gin anymore. But got a couple of bottles of stuff there.
Is it called year-round gin?
It's called year-round gin. It's called year-round gin. And then we went to the next day. We went over to. We were only there a couple of days. And the next day we went to. Down to hello. What am I saying?
Yeah, he'll get it out eventually.
I'll get it out eventually. We went to there we go.
Do you need an enema?
Yeah, maybe later, but long live. And
I know that guy.
You know that guy right there, right? So yeah. Whatchamacallit? And then he was on the show. So and then he was on the show, yes. Okay. That's why you know him.
Oh, that's how I know.
Anyway, and then we went over to Bully Boy, which is how you got your Amara Rhubarb.
That bottle, right? Yeah. Wait a second. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Hold on. This thing right here. Let's get this out of here without knocking over the bottle of Schlenkerla root beer.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah.
No, there we go. This
Amara Rhubarb. There you go.
Bavara was a hell of a player. Oh no, Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Rhubarbar.
Remember
that?
Rhubarbar, yeah.
Rhubarbar.
Barbarino.
No. There was that whole like dance out of Germany where they did that whole Rhubarbar song.
Rhubarbar, yeah. Anyway, so that was pretty much it, and the pièce de résistance. Okay, for the
pièce de résistance.
Yeah.
Tish, you spoke French.
I did. So this past weekend had nothing to do with any trips because neither of us were away this past week. Well, I was, kind of, sort of.
Look, you had a wedding this week.
I did. Are you pouring the Amara Rhubarb?
Maybe.
Should I be pouring my regular bottle of Amara that I didn't get last time that I got this time?
If you would like, I'm pouring it for a reason.
Why are you pouring it?
Well, finish your weekend.
So
John's other daughter,
my elder daughter,
his elder. So the younger one got married first.
The younger got married first in April
because the two of them conspire to make John poor by getting married in the same year.
So they got married. My daughter Marina got married this past Saturday. And here's one picture from the wedding.
There we go. So who's that suave dude?
That would be me. There you go.
Bullshit.
Oh, 100% it's me.
That dude's not wearing a cap.
There you go.
Right, you're bald, aren't you?
No.
Everyone assumes John's bald because he wears a cap all the time. And I maintain it's just because he's too fucking lazy to comb his hair.
Comb my hair, right?
It's the only reason he wears a cap.
Exactly true. It's not exactly true.
It's not entirely untrue.
It's not entirely untrue, right? But in any event, hold on. Here's one picture, and I will show it from the wedding. I didn't even post it. I didn't post any pictures yet, but I have to post this.
You posted a bunch of pictures from the wedding.
Well, Jess did.
That was Jess. Okay.
This is me. This is me crying with my daughter dancing. The father-daughter dance.
You're blubbering.
I am, because we're dancing to Butterfly Kisses. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, anyway, but the two of them, my daughter and son-in-law, Brian and Marina Glennon, because that's her name now. I only have one child left with my last name. There you go. So
Well, you got something to carry it on.
there you go. But
And your father only has one grandchild with his last name.
and my father only has one grandchild left with his last name. There you go.
Your father, their grandfather.
Right. So anyway, which we got some, but my
genealogy was never my strong point.
This is, but my son and my daughter and son-in-law went on a mini moon. They're going on their honeymoon.
It's only one cheek.
It's one cheek. Yeah. Mini moon. Just there you go. There you go. Now they're going on their honeymoon next year. Bigger, longer honeymoon, but they just want to get away for a few days.
Bigger, longer, stronger.
Bigger, longer, stronger. Right. So they're away for 4 days. Guess where they are? Portland, Maine. That's where they are right now. There you go. So and they are going to Blythenboro tonight. So I made sure I made sure that, well, hopefully I don't think my daughter will get it. My son-in-law might get the ship captain crew. The trick I showed you before, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's the case there. But anyway, so yeah, there you go.
So no, I did pour this rhubarb amaro.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I poured it was to show off this glass.
That is a very pretty glass.
So when we're in Bruges, there's no secret about.
Are you calling that a Nick and Nora, or what are you calling
it? I'm calling it a really beautiful glass. It's not really a Nick and Nora.
It's not really a.
This is more like an aperitif glass.
Okay, fair enough.
But
fair enough. Aperitif enough.
Is that apparent? Is it apparent?
Apparent.
It's an aperitif glass. Mm-hmm. So there's no secret.
It's on the border. Like it's an aperitif. It's a little big on the aperitif glass side. It's a little small on the Nick and Nora side.
Yeah, right. It's just beautiful, and it's lead crystal.
Very nice.
So this is going to rot my brain out. But I've said it many times on the show. Carrie and I love to geocache.
Carrie and I love to rot our brains out.
Never mind. We'll leave that. But no, so we came across this series of geocaches entirely by accident. We were waiting to get in to see the Bruges Madonna, because she's a busy woman, and she only sees so many people at a time. So we're waiting to get in. Our tickets were timed, and so it's like, well, we're standing here near the Groot Museum, and it's not a museum to a walking, talking tree. It means something else, but. It says, let's see if there's any geocaches here. So we found this one geocache. It's very cool to get it to get the combination to the lock to open it to sign the log. You actually had to use a little cup, pull water out of the canal, and pour it into the cache itself to get something to float to the top to give you the combination number.
Right.
And then when you're done, you open the valve to then drain all the water out. So it's very, very cool. But we realized that was only one of like 8. So we decided to do all of them. And along the way, we come across this antique store, which we wouldn't have walked into, except right inside the window is a whole shelf of nothing but antique glassware. And I'm a sucker for glassware. Okay. So we walk in, and the lady was so sweet. And I bought this there. So I've got 2 of these. These came from Bruges.
Very nice. Very, very, very nice glass.
And
have you had the rhubarb yet?
I took a little sip of it out of a shot glass. So I've got it in a much nicer glass.
Much nicer glass, yeah. It's fantastic.
It is fantastic. It is it's slightly medicinal in flavor.
As are most herbal liqueurs.
Which are most herbal liqueurs. This one trends more towards urinal cake than others, but
in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Which makes no sense, but John's had it, so he knows what I'm talking about. So I really think you could pee in this and no one would notice.
Yeah, probably not. It would just enhance the flavor, right?
I do not see making too many. I got to figure out what cocktail I want to try to make with this.
Make a Manhattan with it.
Instead of the sweet vermouth?
Instead of sweet vermouth, use that.
And an anchovy?
No, I wouldn't use an anchovy.
No, anchovies. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out. So I'll definitely try.
You replace sweet vermouth with it. Replace Campari with it, and use sweet vermouth. Use it to replace other
Well, because I was thinking about using it instead of the sweet vermouth in a Negroni.
Hmm.
But
I've done that too. It's fantastic. I've actually replaced the sweet vermouth in a Boulevardier. I've done that.
I love Boulevardiers. But I was thinking of actually rye, this, and Malort.
Interesting. Give that a try. Let me know what that's like.
And
okay,
sounds awful.
No, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're going to make that drink, okay, and you're going to try it, do it and come on the show. No, come on an episode of the end of chaser and do it on that. Don't even have a chaser. Just have that drink. That's it. Come on and have
we'll see. But I got to try a few things with this. No, I really do like this. But I think it's time for our top threes. What do you think?
I think it's time for hot takes.
Oh, we have.
And then we'll do our top threes and wrap up the show.
Oh, you didn't tell me this is gonna be hot takes.
I didn't tell you because I want to surprise you.
I didn't put on my hot take cap.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I never wear a cap.
That's fine. There you go. So, all right, here we go. So tonight's edition of Hot Takes is the Belgian edition.
Ooh, there's a Belgian edition. Are there waffles involved?
Just a few. They're coming now. All right, here we go. When we're
by the way, waffles there are different.
Of course they are.
They really
everything's different outside of this place.
Yes.
There you go. So here we go. All right. Goza or lambic?
Okay, so Goza, it's just a blend of three lambics.
No, a Guza.
A Guza is a blend of.
I said
Goza.
Goza.
Oh, lambic every fucking day. So I thought this was supposed to be the Belgian version.
I know.
That's how you threw me off. I thought you were mispronouncing
here. I'm starting.
I thought you were mispronouncing because you said it was the Belgian version. So you got a German beer versus.
Well, I just want to lay the groundwork to get into Belgium.
Oh, okay.
So Goza or lambic?
Lambic every day. Yeah.
So based on lambic, based on that answer,
do you see my shirt?
I know. That's why that was the easy in. All right.
That's easy.
Okay. All right. So now, drawing off of lambics and what you can do with lambics, creeks or goozes? Creeks. Okay.
That's a really tough one, but creek is one of my favorite styles.
I love creeks. I lean towards goozes. Nuda Guza is amazing beer.
It is. There's a really, and it's almost unfair because they're two different things.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a creek is a lambic with fruit, and a Guza is a blend of three different aged lambics. So.
But I love Morello cherries.
Sure.
I love their work in Rage Against the Machine. It's
amazing that a fruit was able to do all that.
Yeah. Well, I actually think Tom's straight.
There you go. All right, next one. Triple or strong blonde?
That's a hard one. That's really hard. The triple really, really showcases Belgian yeast more so than a strong blonde does. A strong blonde, I think, showcases more of the malt character.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I know Potensky was listening, he would fucking slaughter me right now, but I'm not a huge fan when the Belgian yeast really, really overtakes everything.
Over attenuates?
Yeah, and in a triple, that's what a triple really is. It's really a great showcase for Belgian yeast. And nothing. So I'm gonna do. Shit, that's really, really tough because you're like looking at you're looking at Golden Drac versus what I do Watu Triple.
Mm-hmm.
They're two entirely different beers. My answer is yes. I can't pick.
Well, pick one.
Give me the strong blonde.
Strong blonde. That's where I figured you'd go.
Yeah.
All right. Quad or strong dark?
Quad.
All right.
Yeah, quad every day.
We only defer on one so far.
Differ, not defer.
Really?
Defer means I didn't ask.
Differ. I didn't say defer. I said differ.
You said defer.
I said defer.
You didn't say
I didn't say defer. I said
you didn't say defer because we don't want to get in trouble with PETA.
we only differ on one. There we go.
So Boke has picked triple over strong blonde, and he has picked
quad
over
triple
strong dark.
over strong blonde and quad over strong dark.
So him and I have only deferred once.
Shut up. All right. Yeah, quad. I love. Look, there's nothing. None of this I will turn down. I'll drink.
Oh no, of course not.
Right.
These are hard questions.
Gozas every day of the week, but I prefer lambics.
Yes.
I will drink creeks every day of the week, but I prefer goozes. Same thing with triples and strong blondes and quads and strong darks. Anyway, so next one. St. Bernardus ABT 12 or Westie 12?
Yes, and I actually got into an argument with that British salesperson who was at Beer Biricha, where I said it was basically, it's not that it's the same beer. It is the same recipe.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely 100% the same recipe. They're just brewed in two different locations, and there's little tweaks that have been done. And I think that ABT 12 gets a raw deal because it's so easy to get, where Westie 12 is so hard to get. Now, if you were going to make me pick one, it's the Westie 12 because I had both on this trip, and I got to really taste the difference between the two. There is a deeper resonance in the Westie 12. There's more complexity to the Westie 12, whereas that overall flavor is pretty much the same. There's nuances in Westvleteren 12 that do make it the superior beer as far as I'm concerned. So,
all right. Fair enough. All right. And
what's your answer on that?
I'll tell you in a minute. Brian Boak just said St. Bernardus 12. My answer is yes.
That was my first answer. Yes. But when you press me, so
I'll be honest with you.
If you ever get the chance to drink them, I've had
Westvleteren 12 twice. I've had Westvleteren 10 once. I've never had Westvleteren 8. All right. So I've had, and I have both times I had Westvleteren 12. It was in a bottle in New Jersey. Okay. So I didn't have it in Belgium. All right. So I'm sure there's a difference. Okay.
I had the pleasure of having them basically, let's see, 2 days, no, 1 day apart from each other.
All right.
So I had it in Trollkelde 1 day out of the bottle. And then the next day we're in the day before, we're at St. Bernardus drinking St. Bernardus. So I'm drinking St. Bernardus from the brewery.
Gotcha.
Poured at Watu.
Okay.
And then the next day I'm in Trollkelde drinking a bottle across in a square that is dominated by a church. And after drinking the 12, and after talking, after I got into an argument with somebody that's the same beer, when I drank the Westie 12, I'm like, there's more to this beer.
You're the same as me, right? You had it here. You didn't have it there, right? So whatever nuance is in the beer, fresher, we'll just call it that, fresher, right?
Well, you would think, yeah.
But then again, I've only had St. Bernardus ABT 12 here too, and it's not fresher as it would be over in Belgium.
Exactly.
Well. So, but I've never had them side by side or even a day apart, right? So until I have at least have them here side by side or go there, my answer will be St. Bernardus. But I love what I remember of Westie 12, and I would not put it down by any means. So
here's the thing about Westie 12. Westie 12 is exalted because it's hard to get. And those of us who have been in it for a very long time, it gets reviled because that same very thing.
Fair enough.
And people will say ABT 12 is just as good, if not better.
Right.
And I was one of those until this trip, where I had them a day apart.
All right.
And I really, we've got to figure out a way to get enough of both to have a bunch of us to do the taste test side. But fuck it, let's all go to Belgium, and just taste them side by side. We'll because the thing is you can't get Whiskey 12 on tap, so you have to have the bottle,
Right.
and we'll put it up against maybe 12 on tap, and we'll go to St. Sixtus. We'll get the mixed case so that you can get 8.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take the 12. We'll bring it upstairs with us. If they yell at us, they yell at us. But we'll compare them side by side. And if you do go to St. Bernardus, they do tell the story of the relationship of the two breweries.
Of course.
It's an homage. It's really great. But you taste them close enough together, you'll realize that Whiskey 12 does deserve the accolades that it gets, even if it is slightly overblown. There's a reason for it. It is a fantastic, extremely nuanced beer.
There you go. All right, next one. St. Bernardus ABT 12, since it's the loser of the one above.
Okay.
Or Trappist Roquefort. Or Rochefort, if you want to say.
It's Roquefort.
Roquefort.
The C is a kind of CH is a guttural thing there.
Mm-hmm.
And John has put this in to trap me, because he knows that of all the Trappist ales, Roquefort 10 is my favorite, and it's my favorite based almost entirely upon its smell. Its nose feel.
It's one of those beers, and I say it all the time. It's one of those beers that
I don't
want to drink it because the smell will go away.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll say one thing about Roquefort 10 is that yes, the smell is better than it tastes. So if you're taking that smell away, if you're taking that nose away from the beer, and you're just taking the liquids and putting them against each other. It's St. Bernardus. But the overall experience is the Roquefort.
There you go. All right. All right. I got to just type that. All right. I'm just typing your responses. There we go. All right. Okay. Now for this next, there's only 3 others, and the last 2 are quick. So, but this one, I just have to ask you a question first before we answer it. When you were in Germany,
yes,
did you have any German beers? And when I say, of course, you had German beers, but did you have any German beers that we get here that are not like you just had Heineken in Amsterdam?
And I regret the fact. And I said it after we got home.
Did you have Beck's? Did you have Lowenbrau?
And I said it to Carrie. It's like, I really should have ordered a Lowenbrau.
Right.
I really should have. I did not order any of those beers, any of the German beers that here we think are substandard.
Right.
Like the Lowenbrau, like St. Pauli Girl, like Paulaner, that we think are...
Well, I mean, some of those beers, like I wouldn't even put Paulaner. I see.
Paulaner doesn't belong in that group.
It's in the mid. So I'm talking about the Becks. I'm talking about the.
Yeah. I didn't have any of those, because here's the thing: when you're in Munich, the amount of beer available to
I get it. No, I get it.
There's no reason to ever have any of those beers, because. Holy crap, the list of breweries that exist in Munich.
I get it. So my question is kind of tainted, but I'll ask it anyway.
Okay.
All right. For this hot take. If you, in your mind, if you were to conjure up what it might taste like in Germany.
Okay.
Beck's in Germany, or Lowenbrau in Germany, or anything like that. Or the Heineken you had in Amsterdam.
That Heineken.
I'm already typing Heineken. So.
Yeah, type Heineken right in there. I saw so many Heinies while I was there. It's.
I'm talking about beer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I went to the Egg Brewery, because I know I can't pronounce it in Dutch. The one with the windmill. I went there just to fill out the list that I had been to a Dutch brewery,
Right.
brewery in Netherlands. But after we left, while we were there,
You said it. You said it. A
I
Heineken
love-
was better than you
but
had.
while we're sitting there drinking the beer, like, Karen's like, how's your beer? Like, it's not a Heineken.
It's a Heineken.
It's holy crap.
Right.
It just blew me away. It really did.
So, all right, the next one. These are easy. These last two.
But the other, let me put one more thing in there. A big part of that is you're looking at Löwenbräu, you're looking at Beck's, you're looking at some of the other big beers, and you're comparing it to some of the other beers that you can get in that city,
right,
versus Heineken versus other beers you can get in that city. There's no fucking contest.
It's Heineken.
When you're in Amsterdam, you're drinking Heineken.
Well,
when
that makes a world of difference too.
Right. When you're in Munich, you're not really searching out Löwenbräu.
Löwenbräu or Beck's. There's so
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Last two are easy. Belgian food or German food?
That's not easy. That's not easy at all. It's easy for John because he will eat bratwurst 24/7, as well as sauerbraten and schnitzel,
right.
And the pork knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff's fantastic. And if Stefano is cooking for me, maybe the German food, but the Belgian food has got a lot of French influence to it. Now, here's one thing I forgot to mention about Belgian food. Everything comes with frites.
Mm-hmm.
So French fries, as we call them here in the U.S., the Belgians invented that shit. And the only reason we call them French fries is because a bunch of GIs in World War II were eating these frites. And because the guys were speaking French who served it to them, or the women that served it to them were speaking French, they thought they were in France. They didn't realize they were in Belgium. So here we call them French fries. They're not French. They're actually from Belgium. Everything comes with that. And not for nothing, Belgian fries suck. They're these pale yellow things that aren't seasoned. And I really did I enjoyed very few fries in Belgium.
So pommes frites in New York City, blow away Belgian pommes frites.
Fuck yeah. Even the ones in Amsterdam were better.
All right.
So they invented them. The rest of the world perfected them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a much wider variety. There's a lot of French influence, Dutch influence, and German influence in the Belgian food. And despite the fact that I didn't particularly... And bitterballen are actually from the Netherlands, even though we had them in Belgium.
Okay. So your answer to this question?
Belgium.
Belgium.
No. I like I like sausage. Make it German.
All right. All right. And
even though the Germans don't have Volavant, and I love Volavant.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, you could like one thing from a particular category better than anything else, but still like the entire category of the other one better than the other.
Belgians also have this stew that they make with Belgian beer that is fantastic.
Right, which brings me to the last question.
Okay.
Belgian beer or German beer?
John already knows the answer to this because we got to the discussion in a beer group. And if you go top to bottom, with all breweries from both countries involved, I have never had a beer in Germany, I've been a couple of times, that was substandard. Their controls, their exactitude, their being German, just makes all of their beers.
What does that mean?
Oh, there's every German going, yeah, yeah, yeah. They know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Brian doesn't.
We're not gonna. You know this is. No, German. You go from top to bottom. I think German beers, just the controls they have. One of my, Schwarzbier is one of my favorite styles. Above that, though, is Creek, Lambics, Gooses.
Mhm.
Even above that are Uda Bruins. We didn't even talk about the Flemish beers.
Oh, please. Uda Bruins. I love a sour
Uda,
brown ale. Please. Hello.
Uda
Sign me up.
Bruin, Flemish Reds. So when you talk about styles, I love Belgian styles. Most of my favorite styles are Belgian. But when you go to Belgium, we went to Bourgogne de Flanders in Ghent.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Trust me, don't do that. There are Belgian breweries that do dial it in.
Mm-hmm.
No, phone it in. Sorry, phone it in. The Germans dial it in. There are Belgian. So from top to bottom, when you take all the breweries and compare them all as far as the quality they're putting out, you can't. Nobody can compete with the Germans.
No,
nobody can.
And I do agree with you. And that does not cast any dispersions on Belgian beer or anything else. I love Belgian beer, but
the best. So if you were going to take the best if you take the top 10 best Belgian breweries against the top 10 German breweries, I'm going Belgium.
There you go.
But you go top to bottom, it's Germany.
Right. I'm going to throw these up really quick. Brian Boak said earlier, I didn't put this up, second beer in honor of the big trip, his Boak's Belgian Saison.
There you go.
And his third beer, Go High or Go Home. And maybe that's a reference to Amsterdam.
Good high. Good high there.
Or good high or go home. Is Blunderbore. There you go. But his answer to that question would be Belgian, no question.
I don't disagree with it from all the caveats that I threw into that statement.
There you go. All right. That brings us to our top three list tonight. Our top three list tonight is... and Dave's going to explain why this is our top three list tonight.
So when you go to Europe, when you order coffee,
you say what the top three list is.
So it's the top three favorite baked goods to go with your coffee, which is an expansion upon what I'm going to talk about. When you go to Europe and you
baked and coffee in Amsterdam. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, coffee shops. Which
I'm baked. No, I'm kidding.
No, if you're in Amsterdam, you ain't kidding. They're all baked. They're baked. No, but you go to Europe and you order coffee. You're going to get a baked good with your coffee. If you're in Italy, you'll get cantuccini. Okay, this country we call them biscotti. Biscotti means cookies. It means cookies. In Italy, they're cantucci or cantuccini. The little ones are cantuccinis. So if I didn't do this right, because if you order a latte in Italy, you get two of the cantuccinis. And so you get the cup on the saucer, and these two little fuckers are sitting on the side there, and it's wonderful. If you're in Belgium, you get one of these motherfuckers.
Oh, Biscoff.
Right? You get a Biscoff. If you are flying Delta, you get this. And the cookie actually says...
He's got it for everything, folks.
No, because what I don't have, because I ate them all, if you're in Amsterdam, you get a stroopwafel. And anybody who's never had a stroopwafel, I'm sorry. It sucks to be you. A stroopwafel, stroop in Dutch means syrup. So what it is these two really thin waffles with a layer of syrup
in between.
And the way they eat them, they take the stroopwafel. They're made to fit right on top of your coffee cup. You take the stroopwafel, you put it on top of your coffee cup until the syrup starts to melt. You can see the waffle start to sag. When that's done, you pull it off, you drink your coffee, you eat your waffle. So this is a big culture in Europe that you get this little free baked good with every coffee that you order. It doesn't matter where you go. I'm pretty certain that, we didn't go into the Starbucks in the train station we were, but they probably gave a Biscoff or something with the coffee. So that's what inspired today's.
So today's top three is...
And so I gave you three. Those are not the
top three favorite baked goods to go with your...
saying baked goods really expands the category.
So what are yours?
So my three... I'm going to give number three stroopwafel. It is really an experience if you've never done this. I remember when I flew my boys up when I was in Rhode Island to visit me. I flew them into Logan. and I flew them Delta, and they actually asked the flight attendant for another stroopwafel because we need to give one of these to our father. So they were very excited. The first thing they said, hi, you got to try this. And they gave me a stroopwafel. So stroopwafel is my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is cinnamon roll.
Okay.
And I don't mean get one of those huge motherfuckers from Cinnabon. You don't have to go all American and over fucking do it with something as large as your head.
Hold on. I agree 100%. You do not need to do that. They're
No.
fucking good.
But they are good.
But you don't need to do that.
But get the minis. Get the minis.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need the massive one. You're going to go into diabetic shock eating one of those things. But a cinnamon roll or a coffee roll or anything along those lines. It just goes so well with coffee. My number 1 favorite thing, and we did it. We were in when we went out to Luxembourg. We stopped in Nantes, Belgium first. It's a UNESCO site. It's a really beautiful fucking town. And they had a French bakery there. My absolute favorite thing to have with my coffee is a croissant. Love them, and it could be a croissant. It could be a chocolate croissant or
almonds. Almonds are my favorite croissant.
You like the almonds? I like my. Other than I prefer a plain croissant. Every now and then I treat myself to.
I had a plain croissant today.
Beautiful.
With my coffee.
With your coffee, because they go great with coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I get the chocolate one, and that in French it's pain au chocolat.
And should I say croissant? Croissant.
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 Croissant. Croissant. And that's straight. When I actually do bother to go into work and not work from home, my office is right above Italy in New York. So I go in and I get my coffee and I get my croissant. The only thing I don't like about the Italian croissant.
Whenever I go by your office, I get speck in Italy.
Gotta get speck. You got it. There's oh my god, the meats and the cheese.
I get other stuff, but the first thing I go right for is speck.
You go for the speck, but the only thing about the Italian croissants, above the French croissants, the Italian croissants have this like kind of sugary layer on the top. Mm-hmm. I prefer the French croissants. It's probably the only thing French that I prefer over Italian is the croissant. Well, they invented the damn things. It's theirs. Sure. They know how to do it. And the only thing is, if you're going to eat croissants on a regular basis, get a dust buster. There's no way to eat them and not get croissant everywhere. Those are my top 3. What are yours?
Mine are there's. I have a one honorable mention. Okay, but mine are. They're baked goods. They're all baked goods, but a couple of them are.
That was the category, so they better be.
But a couple of them are like part of the thing is a baked good. You know what I'm saying? There's another element to the dessert, if you will.
Dessert? No, this is with coffee. There's no dessert.
Well, I mean, I have them with coffee. Okay. So, and it's one of them.
I'm really intrigued to see how you stretch this category.
Okay. I stretched it a bit. Okay. I could have just went the way you did, but I stretched it a bit. But they're all baked goods to some extent. Okay.
Wait, so you didn't go like a roasted chicken?
No. Yes, because I always go for a roasted chicken with my coffee in the morning.
I know how you love your roasted chicken.
There you go.
Oh, wait a second. No. I know how early you start your turkey.
This is true. You're not wrong. All right. So my honorable mention is a cannoli.
Okay, so I should have specified morning coffee, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Oh, you said coffee. You didn't say morning coffee.
That's fair. Okay. That's fair. So
none of the only one of these can be considered a morning thing.
Is that your number? That's your honorable mention.
My honorable mention is a cannoli. Okay. And because obviously not the mascarpone cheese inside the cannoli is not baked, right? But the cannoli itself,
the shell
is baked, right? So
I'll allow it.
Okay.
So
my number 3.
If it's something you can get out of the Ferraro's case line,
right?
With your cappuccino,
mm-hmm.
I'll allow.
There you go. Okay, my number 3, cheesecake. It's baked. The whole thing is baked.
It's
okay.
steamed, but yeah, okay.
It's baked. It's baked. In an oven. It's baked. So my number 3 is cheesecake. I love cheesecake. I can't eat cheesecake as much as I want to eat cheesecake. No one should eat cheesecake as much as they want to eat cheesecake. All right.
Now,
But
I'm actually going to back you on this. When I was in high school, we would go to a diner in Lakewood, and we'd get their cheesecake. And when you got the cheesecake, you had to get the coffee.
of course.
But there's a reason for it. It was a matter of survival.
Mm.
Their coffee was battery acid. It was one of the worst coffees on the planet. Their cheesecake was so damn gloppy that if you ate it, you stopped breathing. You needed the coffee to burn through it.
Break it down.
To survive, yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, fair enough. So that's my number 3. My number 2 is an apple streusel. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely my number 2.
Anything that's not dessert?
No.
Okay.
And my number 1.
Let's say so. The apple streusel. You've got the vanilla ice cream and the crema.
I'm not even talking about the crema or the ice cream. I'm talking about the actual.
Then you're not doing apple strudel.
No. I will eat it like that. I'm just saying. I'm not even referring to that. Just the.
Did you not see Inglourious Bastards?
Of course.
You need the cream.
Of course you do. So.
Oh, that was one of my favorite scenes. Anyway.
So that's my number 2. My number 1. I'm back to Italy. It's baked to an extent. Certainly parts of it are, but it's my number 1 thing to eat with coffee. If I'm having dessert, if the coffee is an addenda to the dessert, this doesn't count. But if the dessert is addenda to the coffee, then this is my number 1. If you follow what I'm saying.
No, you've lost me somewhere.
All right. So in other words, if the feature of
I think I'm drinking too much Amaro to follow you now.
The feature of the meal is coffee.
Feature of the meal.
The feature of the course. The feature of the course is coffee. Then this is my list. If the feature of the course is the dessert, then this could be not is but could be an entirely like. In other words, if the coffee is just something extra to have while I'm eating.
Just saying you've lost everybody now.
No. Anyway, so my number 1 is tiramisu.
I really should have specified with your morning coffee.
You didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't. Because if you did, croissant, an almond croissant would have definitely been in there.
Yeah. And
tiramisu, yeah, and well done
tiramisu. I don't know. I may have to decide.
I get there's cheese.
Only one
cheese in 3 of my 4.
There's only one part of the tiramisu,
the ladyfingers,
and it's baked well before the dessert.
I know, but it's still baked. It's a baked good.
You cheated.
So
what would have been the list if been your morning?
If it was morning. It would have been biscotti, definitely. Okay.
You stupid American.
Well, all right. What is it?
You're part Italian. You should know better.
All right.
You're Cantuccini.
Cantuccini. Yeah, it's Cantuccini. So it would be that. And not in any particular order. Almond croissants.
Okay.
100%. And oh geez. Honestly,
I really thought you would go with a straight up donut.
No, I can't go with a donut. Donut could have been about any particular donut. Like this time of year, we're heading into cinnamon sugar, apple cider donuts, cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, because apple cider donuts that would have been my honorable mention.
That would have been an honorable mention for me. Yeah. Honestly, probably a scone.
See, what type of scone?
Honestly,
scone, chocolate chip.
No, chocolate chips always a favorite of mine. Blackcurrant scones are fantastic, but blueberry scones are fantastic. But lately, there's a new coffee shop in Belmar, and they have scones there that are fantastic, and they're everything bagel scones, either bastardizing scones, but Dave, they're fantastic. But
you know, I don't like onions.
That is well. There you go. That aside, I would go with chocolate. So I would go to chocolate scone.
Oh.
So my top three, I'll give you honorable mention, apple cider donut, and then my top three would be in no particular order: almond croissant, fettuccine, and
We got
then chocolate chip scone.
some comments on this topic.
We do. There we go. Let's put them up. Here we go. And that would be a baked good. I'm assuming it's one of mine. We'll see. Probably. Yes, I love baklava.
I love
it. Did anyone say baklava? Baklava's fantastic. I love baklava.
I've never actually had baklava with coffee.
I have. It's fantastic.
I never have.
Yeah. Baklava is very, very, very good with coffee.
Oh, well, welcome back, Doug.
Just tuning back in. And Brian Book said, I don't drink coffee. There you go.
Good.
And then I just found out through my daughter was talking about my son-in-law before. In the inn they're staying in Portland, they have cold brew coffee on tap in the lobby of the inn 24 hours a day. So my son-in-law is in heaven.
And sugary as fuck.
No, he's not just drinking coffee straight. He doesn't like put a ton of sugar in it. So,
but the caffeine will make you jittery.
Oh, Joe, I thought you said sugary. I'm sorry.
No, jittery.
Oh, jittery. Yeah. Well, no, he's gotten he has a certain tolerance. So there you go. So
understood.
There you go. Yeah, but baklava is fantastic. I do like baklava.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
poppy seed cake. You ever have poppy seed cake?
Oh, love it.
Love
but a question for Doug. Who's baklava? Greek, Egyptian, Lebanese, Turkish. Every part of the Eastern Mediterranean, every country that borders the Eastern Mediterranean makes baklava. From Greece east.
I have to say, and I've had a few of them. I've had not all of them. I've had a few. I have to say Greek baklava.
Greek is a little too sticky sweet for me.
Okay.
I prefer Egyptian.
Never had Egyptian.
And
I've had Turkish.
So I've had one role in my career. I had a lot of people from the Middle East and the Mediterranean working for me. And at one point, they all decided that I was going to be the judge in a baklava off.
Baklava off.
And they asked me if I would do this, and I went,
a baklava off.
Yeah. And they asked me if I would judge, and I went, let me think. Yes, I will absolutely judge a baklava off. And the Egyptian baklava was my favorite.
There you go. All right.
Absolutely. I thought it was the most balanced. They got the pistachios on the top, and there's the shred. That was so good.
Never had it, but I will seek it out and have it.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Any parting shots there, sir? You'll be in San Francisco for our next show.
For our next show, I will be at Almanac Brewing outside what used to be the Oakland A's stadium.
Mm-hmm. So they're not in Alameda anymore?
Aren't they in Las Vegas now?
I meant Almanac Brewing.
Oh, no. Oh, in Alameda. No. They're Maine. Their Maine's still there. They just have this satellite now.
They have a satellite in Oakland.
In Oakland, and our friend Kevy is managing that tap room.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be going live. We'll probably be a little later. We will be scheduled a little later. Probably still go up in the normal time, because I will be landing in SFO.
SFO. For those of you playing at home, SFO.
Yeah, and taking an Uber directly to the brewery, setting up, checking to make sure that Kevy's ready to go, and broadcasting live from Oakland next week.
There you go.
I'm really looking forward to that.
That's going to be fun.
And you know what I'm going to do after that?
Go to sleep?
No, not even close. So we're there for a conference of Carrie's for.
You're not there for a conference. You're there to drink.
She's there, and I'm tagging along. But a bunch of the vendors that on Tuesday nights during this conference have these massive parties. We'll be hitting at least one of them, so I'm gonna be pretty rough the next day.
Looks that way. Looks that way.
Yeah. But the next day I'll probably be seeking out some breweries.
Very nice. Well, we'll talk about that next week while you're live with Kevy Spaghetti.
Well, no, we'll talk about it probably maybe the week. No, the next week after that is
next week after that is a pumpkin show. So yeah,
and so maybe the week after that we'll talk about what I come across, because we're also heading out to Yosemite.
There you go.
On that trip, so that should be fun.
It's gonna be fun. All right.
All right. And that weekend is International Talk Like a Pirate Day on that weekend.
There you go.
It'll be that Saturday.
You might have to talk like a pirate.
I may talk like a pirate.
Might do that
at some point.
There you go. All right. On that note, we will wrap up the show for today. I want to get everybody for watching. For those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.logroom.com. That's LEGERROOM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our YouTube channel. All of them are at The Logger Room. Remember, we go live with a video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch every Tuesday night around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our audio host, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, Audible, Pandora, Amazon Music,
John,
iTunes Music.
I'll be right back.
YouTube Music, Podcast Addict, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, Listen Notes. Pretty much anywhere you can find audio podcasts, you will find the Logger Room Guys Craft Beer Podcast. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Drink a lot of beer, but drink responsibly while Dave goes and gets rid of some of his. Anyway, and we will talk next week while Dave is on location in Oakland, California, not San Francisco, like I had said, in the San Francisco Bay Area, if you will, but in Oakland, California, at Almanac Brewing with Kevy Spaghetti live on the show. We're talking about all things Almanac Brewing and, of course, the San Francisco Bay Area and Alameda and Oakland, for that matter, the area beer scene. And we'll get a good perspective on what's going on. Hopefully we get some answers about what's going on with Anchor, too. That's really interesting. I do want to find out about that if Kevy does know anything about that. But we'll find out about that. We will talk to you next week, folks. Like I said, drink a lot of beer.